Okay, we wait for it to say I'm live. Wait for it to say I'm live. I don't know if I did it last time. I don't know if I did the ceremonious wait for it to say I'm live. So we'll do it this time. For my own sanity. And just for good old times, man. Good old times. I'll look back on these Sky and Zero playthroughs. I'll be like, yep, that was a thing from back then. That was a thing back in the day. Back in the day. Okay. God, it's taking forever. Fuck's sake. Why does it sometimes only take a couple minutes to say, yo, you're live? But then other times it just takes like forever for it to appear. Any second now. Any second now it's going to appear. I did do a little bit off stream. I did do the recipe quest, which was just shit. It was a shit quest. I hate collecting ingredients anyway. I hate collecting things and having to hand them in. This was like a whole other level. Like a whole other level of... Like it tells you, get recipes from unexpected results. And I had no idea what that meant. So I had to look into it. What does it mean by unexpected results? Like, what are you wanting me to do here? Are you wanting me to get really good versions of it? Or really poor versions of it? Or are you just wanting me to get 10 peculiar dishes? Actually, I think it was peculiar. I think that's the word they use, peculiar. I didn't know what that means. It says I'm live now. There we go. But I had no idea what that meant. Like, how am I supposed to know that means the lower level dishes? Like, the 1-star dishes. So I had to do it. First of all, I had to get 10 recipes. So there was some in the city that I could get, because I can't leave the city because I'm confined to the story. And then I had to figure out which party members actually create the peculiar dishes, because there's set party members who have the lowest star rating on dishes who are likely to get it right. And then I had to also, in order to actually make it happen, because the RNG for it is so stupid, I had to equip a quartz called like Mischief or what's it called, Prankster or something like that. Had to equip that so that I could get get the percentage chance of getting said item or said recipe. It was just like, why do this? Why make this a part of your side content? And you're supposed to get more than 10 for the extra detective points. So I was like, you know what? I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to sit here for another, like, you know... Actually, I couldn't even do it anyway, because some of the recipes are missing. So because some of the recipes are missing, because I've missed them, like, I can't get all of them anyway. So now I've just got a recipe. So stupid. So fucking stupid. But yeah, we're gonna look into this Hey You incident. I'm hoping this chapter picks up. We are 3/4 of the way through the game, if not more, and nothing major in terms of events has happened. The biggest event was Kia. Was the auction. Stargazer Tower might have been another one, and then maybe the Moon Tower was another. But I don't really know if those are that extensive of an event. Okay. How's the situation looking? I don't know much yet. See, they were getting shot at by seemingly... I mean, they said that they were monsters, right? They were monsters. They were gunning them down. They were holding one machine gun. They were holding a machine gun in one hand, right? And able to fire off without issue. I don't think it actually literally means that they're monsters. I think they're people... I think it's connected to this thing that's going on behind the scenes, right? Like that dude, that drunk miner dude, right? Fucking hair in my mouth. fucking stupid shit. Connected to that drunk miner who'd got like extremely lucky despite the fact he'd never been lucky before. Maybe we're gonna see Dudley Sama of the First Division. An excuse for Dudley for me there. Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna see Dudley Sama. You're immortal. You're just in time. Look at this place, man. They got mowed down. So you missed this last stream. Hey, you got attacked by Ravash, but Ravash were like, it seemed like they were juiced up on something. Like we've had these recent cases of people doing things that they weren't capable of previously. So there was this drunk miner who we'd been chasing around for ages, and he was, the miners had said that this dude was terrible at luck. He gambled a lot, but he wasn't very good at it. But when we found him, he'd managed to win, like, by sheer luck somehow, despite the fact that he's just unlucky by default. And then they got gunned down by a bunch of people from Ravash who were one-handing machine guns, like one-handing them without any trouble. So we're looking into it now. Feels like ages since I've been here. Yeah, I mean, last week I didn't stream as well, which didn't help. Like, I only streamed, like, I think once last week. So all the opportunities you might have had to join, I wasn't capable of, because my eye had just swollen up. And I just didn't feel like streaming. It was late into the night. I haven't the foggiest idea of whom the assailants may be, or why they targeted our humble company. The first and second floors are devastated, yet this room remains spotless. Yeah, they were about to leave. So did someone come in at the last minute? This is chapter 4, yeah, this is chapter 4. How did he escape then? Did Yin come and save them? Because we know Yin has some connection to Heiyu, right? Detective Bannings, is the rest of you in attendance too. Anything for you, my friend. He's a big fan. He's a big fan of the Triple S division. Supposedly. Although it might be sinister. Somewhat sinister. I'm hoping this chapter, like, end of chapter 3 was great. I loved the auction stuff, like heading to somewhere different. So I really liked chapter 3. I hope chapter 4 has that kind of a bit more consistently, like, throughout. Because I feel like we're still, like, investigating things. Like, I've been saying on Discord, right, this game just feels super slow. Just, like, super slow. And I don't necessarily mean that things going slowly is a bad thing, but we're over 3/4 of the way through and still things feel slow. At least in Sky first chapter, things felt, at least by the time you'd got through a little ways into chapter 2. Actually, even in chapter 1 there was some interesting stuff going on. It just feels like it's taking forever for things to get moving. I know everything now. Yeah, you've finished Cold Steel 2, right? So it's probably got major reveals for these games. I just want to get done with Zero now. I want to play as Zero, because I've heard that's great. I want to get to the other games. I feel this is just taking too long to get anywhere. And it's pissing me off. Too many side quests that are completely irrelevant, that someone like me just can't ignore them because it pisses me off. You know, the main plot goes at a snail's pace, which isn't, like, I'm not saying, as I said, I'm not saying snail's pace is a bad thing, but it just goes on and on and on about nothing. Like, I can still get the main gist of the story, even though I'm not focusing on everything that's being said. That tells you how, like, ineffectual a lot of this additional dialogue is. It's just there for the sake of being there. these 3 topics. The Assailant's true identity. Yeah, not finished yet. Oh, okay, you're near the end of I suppose the thing is, most of the big reveals come out even before the last dungeon. Like, I remember, I don't know if you played Yakuza 0, but Yakuza 0 has all the major reveals, pretty much, before the final kind of, like, boss gauntlet. Like, the boat segment and Majima running through the tower and shit. Like, even before then, you get all the major reveals of stuff. So they think it was Ravash. We didn't actually see that it was Ravash, but they said it was Ravash. I'm capable of using basic techniques to help conceal their identities. Maybe it isn't Ravash. I mean, it could be. Like, it very possibly could be, but because we didn't see them, it tends to lead to the fact that maybe it's not. Nah, it is weird though. I can't say it. CS2 has a weird structure. Longest game so far of all of them. I mean, you were saying that it's your favourite though. Your favourite of them all, like all of the Trails games. So, I guess it, you know, good meaty game. Shit happens in it. I know Sinbad said that he'd started Cold Steel 1. He said he really didn't like Cold Steel 1. Like he was doing the prologue or something. I thought he was going to carry on with these games, but I guess not. Yeah, I think it is. Nice. Was that old Killing Bear leading the charge? No, they said that Garcia wasn't there. We believe Ravash's regular combat personnel to be behind the attack. The speed and power beyond comprehension. They were able to brandish those heavy machine guns single-handedly. Our defences were easily crushed by their unnatural strength. They overtook the first 2 floors with ease. Well, yeah, start is like FC and Azure, very slow. You mean 0? Like, I haven't started Azure yet. Yeah. I mean, even first chapter was faster paced than this. This is snail's pace. Snail's pace. And the issue is this isn't, I'm assuming this isn't as long as the Cold Steel games. So, you know, this taking forever to get somewhere. Guten Tag. There is Philly Boy, Phildemus. We've been wondering where you've been, Phil, because we haven't seen much of you. I'm assuming that you're starting your uni stuff back up again. You're sort of getting back into the swing of things. Find your answer. So you're after revenge. Okay. I've been merely referring to crisis management. At the end of the day, we only seek profits. And in situations where our profits are threatened, it is my sworn duty to crush our antagonizers through the appropriate methods. Yeah, Baker, slowly but surely, yeah. This sleep schedule is garbage, yeah. It tends to happen when something comes back into your life after a long period of time where it's just kind of not been there. So it fucks things up. Like, there's like a transitional period, right, of like a week or 2. There's proper methods. But I mean, we've got Clone Wars tonight. We've got Boys on Friday. I'm nearly at the end of this. A lot of Moin's streams have been gold, like actually gold streams. I've been checking out his Vesperia stuff when I can, right? One of the largest Moin rages in recent memory was on one of his Vesperia streams. Definitely go check it out. It's on YouTube. Do you know what I had to do today, actually? Moin, bless him. He's so inept with technology. I woke up today, right, and I looked on YouTube, right, at the YouTube uploads and stuff, and what Moin had done was I'd uploaded part 16, so the stream on Monday, I'd uploaded that last night, I think, or yesterday at some point. And Moen had re-uploaded it by using the export feature because he thought that it was a Vesperia VoD. And then not only that, all of his Vesperia VoDs were numbered out of order. So I had to go in, delete the re-upload of my stream that he'd done, and then reorder all of his videos. I think, for fuck's sake, Moen, please, man, please just get good at using technology. Stop clicking buttons. Like, he still doesn't know how to properly categorize the YouTube, not YouTube, the Twitch categories. And don't worry, I still will be on the watch longs, just not going to be as active during the day and late night. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hopefully after Clone Wars today we'll get in a Giovanni stream, potentially. Requested Yin's assistance. This isn't directly related to the case in question, but I figured I'd ask since Morty here. Do you know anything about Kia? I mean, we need to start asking people about Kia, because we have no leads. We have no leads as to who Kia is. Is the name of that little girl you took into custody after the Schwartz auction. Well, and that our dear collaborator offered you a small piece of advice there. The exhibits for the second half of the auction are all stored in the room over there. According to information that was sent to Heyu, there's a bomb, so to speak, among those items, which they were saying was Kia, right? And you confirm it yourself. In the second half of the auction, inside the trunk is a bomb which will only serve to jeopardize Ravash's position. We're able to receive that piece of information via our own networks. We've had no means of discovering who this informant was as of yet. However, in some ways that only made it more credible. Okay. New COD reveal in 30 minutes. You excited? Nah, I've heard about the leaks. There was some leaks for the new Call of Duty. Apparently, it just looks bad, according to some people that I've heard. I've stopped caring about Call of Duty for about 10-15 years. When was Modern Warfare 2? Which year was that? That was probably the last Call of Duty that I played the campaign of. Actually, no. Which one came out first? Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2? Whichever came out second, that was the last one I played. Like, and I don't even play like, I'm not interested in any of the campaigns anymore. Like, that was, and I didn't even play the multiplayer that much when I played those games. And most of it was stuff that my younger brother would play. Like, he would play the online aspects. He would play those games. I'd play the campaigns of them. But I was never that super into them. But yeah, I could not give a rat's ass about a new Call of Duty. Honestly, there are like I'm more excited to eventually at some point watch Korra than I am the new Call of Duty. Detective Bannings. I'll be honest with you, this raid was far beyond what I thought Ravash was capable of. I was fully cognizant of Ravash's strength, connections and patterns. That they were able to pull off such a brazen attack on us in their weakened state. I mean, it could potentially be someone trying to incite like a gang war, like a mafia war. Will my intellect crush my foes without remorse? This truly is an indescribable joy. Do not think for 1 second that I will allow the police to ruin my fun. A boss battle potentially. Down the line. I'll be eagerly awaiting your next move. Okay. It's probably going to open up the side quests now. I guarantee you. It's going to open up the side quests. Actually, it was this morning. I was up this morning. Like early this morning after, because I'd had a sleep, woke up, watched more on stream, and then I played this to get the recipe quest done. That was fucking AIDS. That was actually fucking AIDS. Like, it wasn't even just get 10 recipes and hand them into him. You had to get the the 1-star variants of the recipes by getting a specific character in your party who's shit at creating a dish to do it. Hope the RNG is in your favor, but to 10 peculiar dishes, that's the one. It's so fucking dumb. Cause I don't know what peculiar dishes means. I don't, like he said, with unexpected results. Like, he didn't even say peculiar. Like, it only said peculiar when you talked to him to hand in the items, right? But the quest text said unexpected results. What the fuck did that mean? What was I supposed to extrapolate from that? I didn't know whether that meant the better dishes or whether it meant the worse dishes. Yeah, exactly, but I couldn't decipher what that meant. Unexpected results can mean two things. Unexpected in a positive way, unexpected in a negative way. Didn't fucking tell me a thing about it. So I had to look into it myself, and I had to look into which party members had the worst skill in each food. Then I had to equip a quartz to up the RNG percentage of me actually getting it. So fucking stupid. Is this game pissing you off? Some of the things are. Some of the things are actually pissing me off. Like, like, last stream, they had the audacity to make me repeat the book hunting quest. As if the first time wasn't enough. They want you to do it a second time. But here's the difference. This time, only one of the books has a boss fight, the other one is a wild goose chase, and the third one, I can't even fucking remember that one. Like, why? Why did they feel the need to... like, what happened was, Chapter 3 was filled to the brim with side quests. Like, some were good, some were bad. So they ran out of ideas by the time they reached this chapter. They ran out of ideas, so they went, let's go back and make him collect books again. Fuck off, man. Tanya. You can see the proficiency in the cooking menu. I mean, you can, but you also but you don't know which one it's asking of you. And it doesn't know, you don't know the percentage chance of getting it. So you have to use a quartz to do it anyway. I'm not gonna accept anyone defending it. It's a shit quest. It is actually just a shit quest. Collecting books is a shit quest as well. There's barely any monster exterminations in this game. It's just so much text and story and running around and interacting with items. It's like, where the fuck is the combat? The combat is only in the main story so far, and even sometimes that is just random investigations of, oh, some guy got bitten by a wolf in a hospital somewhere. Like, hello. Like, I would be fine if this game flowed better in terms of its main narrative, but they just fucking go on and on and on about irrelevant bollocks, just like Umaneko, man. By being done with the stupid dishes quest. I'm okay. Like, I'm not pissed off at the game right now. It's just when people are mentioning fucking collecting books and doing dishes, it fucking sends me up the wall. I start clawing at the walls and climbing on the ceiling. Okay, where are we going now? I did do the quest. And the thing is, they expect you to have collected enough recipes by that point in the game, which you can't collect by eating foods. So you have to find hidden recipes, so you have to talk to everyone. I don't have that time, game. I don't have that time to sit there and talk to every Tom, Dick and Harry in bloody Crossbell who may or may not have a recipe for me. Let's go and investigate Ravash. Okay, so we're going to Ravash. Hey, as long as you're still breathing, that's good enough. That's fucking good enough. As I'd say to Mo, and every time we see light shining in through our windows in the morning, we say we made it. We made it to another day. Ravash, down this way. Hopefully I can get a good stretch of main story done before it shoves more side quests in my face. Like, I wish it was so simple as just don't do the side quests. I wish it was just that simple. It's that simple for everyone else but me. I have to do it. I fucking have to do it. It pisses me off if I don't. Seeing an X mark saying that I failed a quest and didn't do it in time pisses me off. It's like in Persona. if I don't do a bloody Mementos mission in time, and it locks me out, and I'm like, fuck. Have to reload a save, because I'm like, fuck it, I need to do that quest. Is this Garcia? Who's this? There he is, Garcia. Garcia's a monster, man. I legit think he's from Calvard. He's too big. Like, he's a big fucking guy. I must do them all too. Yeah. I'm not as bad though as like, I need to get the platinum. I need to get the platinum. I'm not as bad as that. I just need to do all of the side quests. Like, it's why I hate Ubisoft games. Because everything is just a question mark or a marker on a map that you have to do. It just becomes a checklist at the end of the day. Tired lately, Tanya. Uni starting again. Puta madre Dios mío. To come waltzing into our territory, I'm going to beat the ever-living hell out of him. He'll do it as well. Oh, we won't be getting a single word out of me on the matter. If you understand and get lost. Uni from home. I don't know. I don't know, Phil's. I don't know how bad it is in Germany, whether he's doing it at home. I mean, uni is still just a mentally draining thing anyway. Regardless of whether you do it at home or actually on campus. It's just draining. It's just fucking draining. To brute strength. An upstanding Jaeger like myself would never adopt such a poor strategy. I'd wait until the conditions were favourable and wreak the most havoc while minimising casualties. Wouldn't you do the same, son of the war god? I love that name. Randy's title. I wish Randy and Garcia had actually gone at it at the end of chapter 3. But I guess we have to wait for a second encounter. There he fought. Look at that man. Look at him. Look at him walk away. He's like Organa. He's like Bail Organa in Star Wars. Looks like a bloody tree trunk. Looks like a tree trunk with legs. He looks like the foundations of the Empire State Building. That's what he looks like. Fucking hench, man. Fucking hench. TC. I'ma head off to see the reveal of a bunch of dudes. We'll see you guys later. TC. Yeah. Okay, Phil. Yeah, no worries. I know how much you like Call of Duty. The reason for their glum faces. You know, you wouldn't be a Zoomer if you didn't like Call of Duty. That's just like a given. When you're born a Zoomer, part of your DNA is structured so that Call of Duty is someone you love. Okay, if you don't see Yuri Bezmenov in the reveal, tell your friends the game's trash. Okay. There's Gloria. Not Gloria, Glory. Is it Gloria? I fucking forget her name. It was just on the screen, but I wasn't paying attention to it. Thinking anything to it. Duly noted. Fuck's this guy? Barker Bish. Bish. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Grace, that's it. Grace, not Gloria. Sudden, I know, but do you all have any tidbits about the Heyu raid you're willing to share? Sorts of delightful details over at his office. Actually, how were you even aware we visited Heyu? Are they doing... From what I assume with Call of Duty is that they're doing a reboot in terms of their timelines. Because they explored, like... What is it? I remember with Black Ops, they done 3 or 4 Black Opses, gone over the entire timeline. They've done all of the Modern Warfares or whatever. Are they doing like a reboot of things? Is that what this is? Because I remember that Black Ops 1 was set around Cold War era, right? So I'm assuming it's like a reboot of those franchises. Right, as I was wondering what's up with that, you all entered after him. Then once Dudley left with his partner and that classic scowl on his face, you came looking mighty worried. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just asking because you had the new Modern Warfare, which was full streamed, right? And it's like a reboot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare games. And all I remember is that Black Ops 1 was during the Cold War era, like Cold War, Vietnam kind of stuff. Disclose information about an open investigation. I mean, I honestly couldn't give a shit about, less of a shit about Call of Duty. All I know is the Chinese already censored the game for the whole world. I don't know anything about it. I honestly haven't kept tabs on anything Call of Duty related. All I heard was that there were leaks, the game looked shit apparently to people. It's the same game every year, just in a different time period or in a different character, like, you know. Same engine, same maps, or same perks and same multiplayer, same this, same that. It's the same game, man. I get what it appeals to a fan base, but it's like Madden. Actually, it's probably better than Madden in the fact that actually Call of Duty does somewhat try to do things differently. Like Madden is just copy paste every single year. It's the same game. It's just updated roster and shit. Everything about Car is strictly off the record. This COD is important for the culture war supposedly going on in America, warning the world about communism. That's news to me. I know nothing about what this new Call of Duty is. But unfortunately, I don't know whether the message will reach people, because people didn't quite understand. America particularly didn't quite understand the message Death Stranding had. Admittedly, Death Stranding's message isn't executed very well, but you know, I still feel the message is clear. Like, America didn't understand what it was, because they're too up in arms about cutting people down the middle. Both groups seem to be trying not to involve the public, if that's any consolation. Well, no matter which way you cut it, this raid was too abrupt to be a coincidence. Ignoring that it happened in the dead of night, a raid near our news agency. Do you know what? I just remembered something. Hey, you said, I think towards the end of chapter 2, that they were planning to do something on the final day of the festival. I'm wondering if that's connected to anything we've seen. I mean, it was there's something to do with the bomb, right? The bomb was meant for Ravash, so I think they were trying to implant a bomb. But whether that was Kia or not, because if we think about it, right, Kia isn't one of the kids that was abducted in the Calvardian child abductions, but we could be fairly certain that she's probably connected to it, right? And even despite the fact that kids were being kidnapped from outside of Calvard, it originated in Calvard. Where does Hey You come from? Hey You comes from Calvard. So maybe there's something going on here. They went against the machine by introducing the based god Yuri Bezmenov. Could have shaken the continent, destroying Crossbow's reputation as Zamoria's trade capital. You have a point there. That also might make the info I got my mitts on not necessarily false. Are you willing to share it now? You see, this whole fiasco originated from inside the Mafia. Lately I've been hearing rumours that Garcia Rossi's control over his goons has been, well, lacking. Lacking? How does some dude like that not have control of his guys, man? I can't imagine subordinates. Yeah, exactly. Who would defy a dude the size of Garcia? I'm just saying, maybe it's possible that the incident in the downtown district and the gunning for Maine's rights might not have been on Garcia's orders. Okay. Interesting. It seemed like some of the mafiosos on the lower rungs were looking to climb up. If clout inside Ravash is what those rookies were after, that would explain them stepping out of line and getting busted. Okay. Can we back up a second? You're saying that last night's raid was carried out by junior members of the Mafia. Okay. So I personally lean towards no, but considering all that's happened, you can hardly blame Garcia for his big outburst earlier, right? So hey, you are terrorists. No, they're a criminal organization, but they front themselves as legit businesses. So Hey You ended up making like a base of operations here in Crossbell, which is why Ravash were doing all their stuff with the war dogs and like trying to get the lower gangs to join them. They were trying to make a defensible like foothold, right, against Hey You, which was coming in. But they're like we can kind of I'm starting to piece things together, maybe, or like theorize that maybe Kia might be connected to something regarding Hey You, since they come from Calvad. Like it'd be hard for me to buy a random Calvadian organization disconnected from Hey You is involved with those abduction things. It wouldn't make sense if they're gonna write in Hey You to be this encroaching force, right? Kia turns up supposedly alongside a bomb that was meant for Ravash, which had been seemingly left by either Yin or Yin knew about the bomb, so there's something going on there. Legit business spying for China, yeah. Marconi is desperately trying to atone for his giant blunder at the auction. Everyone's spying for everyone. Everything is some tool or another to spy on you. Alexas, your Google devices, supposedly like Xbox Kinect, you know, spies on, like, everything is connected to spying on something or other. It's the nature of these guys. They're scared. They're scared that you know, people have more power than they do, but they're too dumb to realize it. Cutting right to the chase will simply put, his Republican faction diet members have heard he's met with the CGF commander too. Really, is he attempting to suppress Hey You's political influence in Crossbow? The CGF commander is related to Ravash's weapon smuggling. Or remember that moron of a commander is also one of Speaker Hartman's cronies. Since the commander is in Marconi's pocket, I reckon he's using him to win back the Speaker's favour. Ah, I see. Interesting. This turned out to be a fruitful little info swap. I had to admit it, but it's been helpful for us as well. In fact, now that we've sifted through all the details, I feel like there's something we're missing. Care to elaborate? We've been able to arrive at a convincing motive behind each action thus far, but they're all haphazard, like they aren't acting as one singular organisation. I felt like Ravash had a particular style to their operations, characteristic of the darkness that lies in the city. But in these cases, I just don't feel it, yeah. So that's what you mean. I'm inclined to agree. An efficient system created to take advantage of the mirror reserve known as Crossbell, yeah, the Sepith mining operations. Like, Mains is like a huge profitable kind of organisation to pay into, right? For both sides, for both Erebonian economy and Republican Calvad. Communists are afraid to lose power the same way they gained it. That's why they implement all that excessive spying and control. Can't they body scan for a bomb? I don't know if she's a bomb in that sense. Like, they've done scans on her. She went to the hospital to try and sift through her amnesia. They said that she has like a, what was it? Was it a tumor or something in her head? There was something in her head that was causing, like, the fact that she couldn't remember things. But we just can't know. They've done both, like, they've done religious stuff and they've done scientific stuff, and the only thing they found is that there's something in her head. That's it. That could be the bomb, maybe, but nobody knows. And Garcia's strange attitude. No Ouroboros. No, they haven't become part. That's the thing I was saying. I said it on the last stream, the only Ouroboros thing that we've seen the entirety of this game was a Blue Blanc quest. That is it. That is it. Or Ouroboros have not, you know, made a proper appearance. Like Ren's made an appearance, I guess, if you can count that. Like by now, even in first chapter, you've gotten something happening, like that was big. This game's just taking forever to get anywhere. The writing's great, but it's just too much of it. Like, it forgets that it's a game sometimes, which is its issue, I think. I mean, the organisation, not its defectors. No, I just said nothing. Nothing other than the Blue Blanc quest, I said. Like, there's been no Ouroboros. Like, they could be behind the scenes orchestrating this shit, but we've not had any even hint at that. Like, maybe this might be a slight hint at that, maybe. But maybe there's some big stuff at the end. Maybe. I feel like it needs to start building to something. Like, it needs to start actually saying Ouroboros might be here. But it hasn't. Like, it hasn't done anything yet to indicate, like, only recently, like, just now, suggesting that there's something off about this. Like, Ravash is kind of like the newbies at Ravash are wanting to claim such and such, so that they're doing something out of a norm to do whatever it is. They're not necessarily going with that as the actual, you know, thing that's going on, but, you know, suggesting that potentially there's a force behind Ravash and all this orchestrating these events. But other than that, nothing. And I feel like it needs to do something. It needs to start doing something. We're about 3/4 of the way, if not more than that, and it hasn't clicked anything yet. Like, we're running to and throughout the city, like doing these investigations, like cases every single chapter, but it doesn't feel like anything conclusive. Like anything like actually definitively heading somewhere. I was thinking the same with CS1. But I mean, CS1, right? I'm sure CS1 has more gameplay than this game does. Like, I feel that the ratio of gameplay to story in this game is like the ratio is like, I want to say 30 to 35% gameplay, and the rest is all story. Maybe even less than that. It's just too much. It's too much. Yeah, it does. See, I'd probably be okay with that. I'd probably be fine with that, like, it having more gameplay alongside its, you know, narrative-driven side quests and stuff that are just like collecting books and stuff. So at least I would tolerate it because of that. This game is just cutscene, interactive, search an area, do this, like, there's hardly any combat. I was saying there's barely been any monster extermination quests in this game. Barely any. It feels like like they went too far into the narrative here. Like, it's kind of reminding me of my issues with Umaneko. Just random conversation for the sake of it. Like, I just want to get to the juicy shit, man. Oh shit, Lecter. Eat this punk. Oh, they're playing cards. 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and King. Oh, nice. Wasn't expecting you to pull out a hand that strong on our last round. So this is, I'm assuming this is the dude in control of the casinos, playing with Lecter. Got White at it too. Are you feeling okay, man? Who said anything about losing? Oh shit. The only way you'd be able to beat me is with a royal straight flush. You probably got that. Oh shit. A 5 of a kind, and they're all aces. Oh shit. Saba. Lecter, my boy. Rules or no rules, it's obvious this blows your straight flush. Chapter 2 sucked what was left of their brains. No, Chapter 2 was good. Chapter 3 was like, there's just so much in Chapter 3. So much just padding, like, the festival, you know, check license plates, do the, like, it's too much, like, nothing until the end of that chapter. The guy worked there for 40 years and never seen such a hand, yeah. 5 of a kind, and all of them aces. Take a chill pill. Poker's just a game of luck after all. All it means is that your luck has run out, bud. Fuck festivals. They're fine as long as they're not, like, they're not super long. Like, usually festivals are a good place for a turning point in a game. Like, everyone's having fun, and then BAM! Something just happens. Like, a bomb goes off, or some shit goes on. But, like, Chapter 3 was just too long. Like, as the chapter was, it had a great end to it. It had the whole Schwartz auction shit. But, like, just padding for the sake of fucking padding. How's it hanging? How can one band be so suspicious? It's unfathomable. He was suspicious before he met Osborne. Sort of not like we know squat about him though. Hold the phone. A 5 of a kind versus a straight flush. What the hell even happened? Randy's even shocked. Randy's a gambler himself. Yeah. Just suspicious. I can't lose. Hold on, is Gantz? Hold on, no, Gantz is the... Was Gantz the miner? Yeah, I think Gantz is the miner. Yeah, he's the miner who won, like, a shit ton. I remember this guy now. From last chapter. Not last chapter, last stream. Couldn't believe how ridiculously strong he was. This is connecting to Ravash. The Ravash dudes who were single-handed, like, machine guns. Guy could have been on some kind of drugs. Oh shit, drugs. They're gonna talk about drugs? I mean, I guess Trails has done kid rape. I guess it's not against doing shit like a drug system, man. When you do the worst imaginable crimes, like, everything else is kind of lesser. He won a game in his life and wanted to take on Lecter. Did I hear Molly? Molly? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, drugs. I see. Yeah, they're thinking it might be drugs. It could be. Yeah. I caught on. I'm trying to think. Molly? Because there's so many different slang words for drugs and shit. Yeah, it's more American. Know that if you write some libel piece based on pure speculation, I will lead mains and its people in protest. Would you do us a favour, Mayor Vixen? I'd like to go through Gantz's personal belongings, if that's alright with you. I don't intend to imply anything, sir, but there are too many coincidences piling up here. His sudden violence, the inhuman strength, the complete change in personality. All of these aspects are eerily similar to past cases. In Gantz's case, we also saw an absurd development in his gambling skills. His perception or something. People kept telling us how it was like he could read people's minds, you know. Yeah, something's going on here. Some drug or some enhancement. This might be Ouroboros. Maybe. But it's still not concrete. Wiz Khalifa has a song, yeah. I don't listen to Wiz Khalifa. To be honest, I don't listen to a lot of music. I've never been one to listen to music that much. Like, it's just something I might put on in the background, but I'm not like super into it. I read more, I watch films more, I'm more into that. I would carefully examine Gantz's pockets, making sure not to wake him up in the process. NZT. Oh shit! Bloody blue meth. Heisenberg is fucking here. Walter White, Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is set in the same universe as Trailers, confirmed. Maybe Zamuri is an island slap bang between outside of America. Anything about that, sir? Of course, I can't say for sure. Would you mind if we hung onto these pills for now? I mean, they're saying they're pills, but they look more like bits of crystal meth before they ground it up. Walter White confirmed to be the Grandmaster. Oh shit. You might be onto something. You might be fucking onto something. His death. Spoilers for Breaking Bad, but if you haven't seen Breaking Bad by now, it's your own fucking fault. But maybe his death at the end of Breaking Bad was a ruse, and he escaped and made it to Zamuria to start his drug trade. Like, I'm gonna be honest. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad by now, you deserve to be fucking spoiled. Like, honestly, it's one of the biggest modern TV shows in the last 10 years or so. If people haven't watched it yet, you either didn't care enough about it, or it's your own fucking fault. And also, how can you dodge spoilers for a show that big? Walter White is just Osborn. Maybe. Or will be revealed. Maybe that's going to be the big reveal of Zero. Walter White. Or Mistip, and they'll spread to neighbouring countries like the plague, yeah. For the First Division monitors them closely thanks to pressure from Erebonio and Calvad. It's smart enough to read the room on that one. So something about these pills. Capsules. Yeah, they're supposed to be pills. They're supposed to be capsules. But they look more like bits of, like, shards of glass, shards of like crystal meth before it's, grounded down. Something wrong here. Doing with these pills. Hey, let's take them. Let's take them. If we want to be, we'd be able to take on anything, potentially, if we took these pills. All of the boss fights would be made 10 times easier if we took some of these pills. I've been spoiled so much about Breaking Bad. Man, I'm sorry, Tanya, if you got spoiled for it, but, like, it's a show that I feel that everyone has seen. If you haven't seen it, you should have already seen it by now, and if you haven't seen it, you've probably already been spoiled on it. I mean, to be fair, I came onto Breaking Bad late, and I got spoiled on stuff. But it still was like a great show, man. I think Better Call Saul is controversial take. People might fucking go bombastic at me. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. Controversial opinion, maybe. But that's what I think. I think it's got better writing than Breaking Bad. That's an example of when a show or something is slow, but it's good. Like, it's good. Like, it's good slow. Not like this. This is padding slow. Better Call Saul is good slow. And then like in the recent seasons, Better Call Saul is now Breaking Bad level in terms of shit that goes on. Like, if you loved, you know, the whole war of Gus and Walter in Breaking Bad, fucking Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul is on that level now in terms of shit going down. So, like, when you couple the great writing that Better Call Saul had up until that point, and then the Breaking Bad's, like, level of shit going, like, ham, my opinion, it's better. Plus, I love the theme. I love the theme of Better Call Saul. Help me out more times than I can count. Painful slow. Yeah, this is painful slow 0 in my opinion. It's just too slow. Too fucking slow without anything happening, and a lot of it is padding. Better Call Saul is good slow. Like, good build, taking its time. Oopsie, Sergey might get angry if I say too much. Anyway, I've got an event to cover. Yeah, Sergey's been taking these meetings. Disappearing from meetings. Gonna take care of my garden, yeah. No. I don't know whether you saying water my garden is a euphemism. I don't know whether it's a euphemism for someone or you're actually legit doing your garden. It's just such a strange thing. Strange thing to hear. So every time I hear it, I go, it sounds like a euphemism. Watering your garden. But yeah, no worries. No worries. Even if it's concerning Guy, I don't really have time. Oh shit, to do with Guy. I'm thinking that Guy is connected to that operation that was closing the child abduction ring. Nope, I'm serious. I need to water the fucking garden. It just sounds to me like a euphemism, I'll be honest. Water in the garden. Water in the garden. It can mean a lot of things. A lot of innuendos. But okay, if it's actually real, I'll take it as it just sounds just so out of the blue to me. That's fine. it's like when Gio will randomly like splash out a paragraph. Like splash out a paragraph of like random stuff. It's just funny. Like it's just what I know is Maria plants. Okay, well, I'm going back to what is the underlying issue. Return to the Triple S and report to Chief Sergey. I want to return to the Triple S division anyway, because I think I might have some new side quests to pick up. I swear to God, if there's an X on one of them, I'm gonna cry. Okay, nothing's popped up. Fantastic, fucking fantastic. We have just stumbled into another case. I think they're not disconnected. I think they're the same. I think they're one and the same. I think they're connected to two cases. I think there's a drug shit going on that might be being peddled by Ouroboros, maybe. It's just a series of events. I'm starting to think it might be all connected. Yep. What did I say? There's been way too many strange things happening in Crossbow lately, and I know things may still take a turn for the worse, but I want us to try and connect the dots. Better buckle up, Lloyd. We're going to need those detective skills you've been honing if we want to get anywhere with this. We were able to discover roughly 3 pieces of key evidence. The information we heard from Cal about the raid on Hayu, the intel we exchanged with Grace about the current state of Ravash, and everything we learned about Gantz, the miner from Mainz. What ties the 3 things together, right? I think Ravash dudes were drugged. I think they were drugged up. I think it's the drug. I think the drug is what's linking all 3 of them together. Which element of the info regarding the raid of Hayu can be tied to the others? Informant's relation to Kia. Heiyu's reinforcements. Assailant's physical abilities. There's got to be Assailant's physical abilities, right? Which element of the info regarding Ravash can be tied to the others? Investments in Warhounds. Haphazard chain of command. Don Marconi's actions. Okay, this is a bit more complicated. Don Marconi's actions. Investment in Warhounds? Can be tied to the others. So what connects all three of these cases? Well, Ravash has a haphazard chain of command. Heiyu doesn't. So I don't think it's haphazard chain of command. Don Marconi's actions. Investment in Warhounds. Don Marconi's actions. I don't think Don Marconi's actions connect all three of them. Investment in Warhounds. Connected to the mine. Connected to... Yeah, I think it's investment in Warhounds. Because the Warhounds were at Mainz, the mining city. The Warhounds are being used as a defense against Heiyu. And they're connected to Ravash. Which element of the info regarding Gantz can be tied to the others? When he disappeared from Mainz. Nah. Poker match against Elector. Blue pills in Gantz's possession. That would fit the rest of the information. What? What do you mean? Which element of the info regarding the raid on Heiyu can be connected to the others? It's got to be Assailant's physical abilities, right? Heiyu's reinforcements, information. Assailant's physical abilities connects them. Investment in Warhounds. Oh, for fuck's sake, man! It's got to be that. Okay, let's think about this. Maybe Don Marconi's actions. Blue pills. Oh, for fuck! What is this, man? Assailant's physical abilities, right? Like, what I love for them to do with these moments is allow me to look through the information. I'm a detective. I've written this stuff down. Why can't I flick through it? Why can't I look at the information I've received just to recap? Why does the game expect me to retain every tiny detail? It's gotta be Assailant's physical abilities. Assailant's physical abilities. Gantz was super strong. The physical abilities. Hey, it's connected to Ravash, right? I think that one's right. Haphazard chain of command. Okay, there we go. Okay, maybe that makes the second one, because Garcia's struggling, right? And there's a bunch of rookies who've potentially taken drugs. I think that makes sense. Related elements: Assailant's physical abilities, haphazard chain of command, blue pills, and Gantz's possession. I think so, Ellie. If we take a closer look, we can see certain things linking the cases. Yeah, I knew that the Assailant strength was definitively correct. And I was sure that the third one was correct as well, the blue pills. It was the second one that I had issue with. I thought it was investment in Warhounds, considering that the Warhounds were used in Mainz and as a defense against Heiyu. And it was Ravash's plan. Spontaneous gambling skills. They seem independent of each other, but they both deal with the augmentation of their hidden potential. I said this. I figured this out already. I figured this out already. I figured this out last stream. That something was connecting the fact that this miner dude was capable of, you know, random, like, great luck out of nowhere. And the general public weren't the only ones affected by them. Ravash must have been using the strength in its henchmen. I didn't know it was pills, obviously, but I figured that there was a correlation between Heiyu's raid and the miner guy. Garcia's influence has started to wane. So a bunch of those mafiosos took the drugs to toughen up. And as a result, it gave them all big egos. Where that Tanya? Where that Tanya? Fuck, I got someone on my leg, man. I think I scratched my leg or something. It's right up near the groin. It's painful. Can't sit down properly. I'm just a walking incident. Everything I do ends up, you know, injuring me somehow. And I never realise it. I don't know until like a day after. Sometimes I find like huge scars on my back. Because I think what I do in my sleep. Actually, it doesn't really happen much anymore. But I used to scratch myself really, like, viciously. Piece by piece. Where did Tanya? Where did Tanya? I don't think the special support section will be able to handle a case of this size. Distribution of illegal drugs, yeah. Oh shit. Okay, Kia. I thought maybe Dudley was coming in. Is it Dudley? It's Dudley. Here he is. I thought as much. I thought Dudley would pop in. Dudley-sama. Detective Dudley. This is Phil. This is actually Phil. Like 100% this is Phil in the Trails universe. Like when Phil grows up, he'll look like Dudley. Maybe not the same, the hair's not the same colour obviously, because it's green. A dark green, but he looks like Phil. Don't tell me this doesn't look like Phil. Glasses, jawline, you know, tall. Isn't trying to make the internet work. Ah, oh, damn, man. Bloody fucking internet, man. You need to get a hammer and smack your router. Smack the router, man. Dudley, yeah. Dudley looks like Phil. Dudley is Phil in the Trails universe. We had Philip, who was a butler, but he didn't look like Phil. Dudley looks like Phil. I'm standing by it, man. Honestly, there's a really fucking awesome picture of Dudley that I found on the internet of him like holding a gun, like a pistol. They don't call Dudley the ace of the first division for nothing after all. Honestly, Phil should be honoured to be Dudley. Dudley is like a pro cop, like a pro detective. Otherwise there will be consequences. Oh shit, we're gonna... Big reveal? Big reveal? Is Dudley gonna give us a big reveal? Come on. Fucking give us a big reveal. I want a big fucking... Big juicy fucking reveal. Meaty, juicy reveal. The first division is being pressured from the inside. I mean, we kind of guessed this. Received orders to devote all our resources to quelling disputes between the mafia. Ah, here we go, yeah. Quell the disputes between the two sides, but don't investigate the drugs. Don't investigate the drugs. It's more important that the mafia gets stopped. Since the decision was made now, frankly I'm shocked that you were able to uncover as much as you did. How exactly did the First Division find out about the drugs in the first place? I'm trying to put it in only audio, but it doesn't work either. Ah, fuck. What's going on? Is someone using your internet, Tanya? Get him off it. Get him off it. Get the chunkler out. Get the fucking chunkler out. So we did some digging of our own. From what we could gather, it just seemed like a silly urban legend. I mean medicine that grants wishes and can bestow happiness. Nevertheless, we couldn't ignore drug trafficking allegations. We're in the middle of compiling a list of involved citizens before it was put on ice. I'm probably going to take a break in a second anyway, Tanya. So maybe it will allow you enough time to sort your internet out. Show him Lloyd. Here we go. Take a look at this detective. The blue pills. We found them on a certain source during our investigation today. We were allowed to keep them on the condition that we protect their identity. What transpired prior to Dudley. Damn it all, so it is real. And you're saying it's possible that Ravash is the distributor? But where would Ravash have gotten it from? And it seems that Ravash has its own internal problems as well. Like Garcia's struggling to maintain control. Someone high on the CPD's chain of commands gave into the Mafia's demands. Yep. Probably. Yep. Why is this game saying this to me as if I'm supposed to be surprised? They'd already made a point, but there was internal disputes between the CPD's divisions. That there was problems internally with the CPD. Like, we figured that Sergei had been placed here as a result of either potentially getting too close or, you know, not being on the inside. It's clear that you came to me because you don't trust the department brass. That being said, what's your move? To be honest, I didn't intend to do anything about the drug investigation. If any of us were to take action, our bosses would do whatever they could to interfere. But as a member of the police, it would be too frustrating to let this go. Detective Dudley. Yeah, Dudley's a don, man. Dudley's a fucking don. We thought he was a prick when we first met him, but he's actually a fucking don. We'll be informally collaborating with the 1st Division. You four will take over their investigation into these drugs in their stead, since they currently have their hands tied. Please, Dudley is a playable party character. We'll get every bit of intel the 1st Division has about Ravash. Sound fair? Are you mad? Regardless of the circumstances, we can't just go handing out top secret intelligence. I can't say I particularly care, Dudley. You're stuck in a stalemate and you know it. But by all means, do whatever strikes your fancy. Sergei-sama. The dad of Triple S Division. The dad of a Triple S Division. Chief Sergei. I want to know more about Sergei. We might not get it this game. Hopefully next game we get like actual development for Sergei. I feel that he wasn't placed here by chance. He wasn't just placed here on a whim. And he's got connections to the Guardian forces and stuff. I can feel the superiority washing over me already. How the tables have turned. The 1st Division's hands are tied. They can't do anything. The Triple S Division can. They were thinking they were so... you know, they developed a god complex, right? The 1st Division. Alright, you gave my permission to handle the drug investigation. How do you actually plan on proceeding though? About that, we already hold the key in our hands. All we need to do is figure out what the drug is made of somehow. Do you have any idea how to determine that, who to go to? Based on what we know, we can assume that this is a new, never before seen drug. Using the forensic tools back at HQ is out of the question, as I have no experience with them and would be easily caught. There goes that idea. You know, maybe we should just ask the medical college for assistance. Oh, Gunter. He specialises in pharmaceutical research, actually. I've heard nothing but good things about his work, so there might be a good chance he could figure out the drug's composition. Okay, interesting. Give a report of the 1st Division's intel and send it to us by the end of the day. Finally! Finally, it feels like something's starting to happen. We've got a mysterious drug. The drug's probably going to lend... Maybe it's going to be connected to Kia as well. Maybe they tested it on Kia. His entire situation might nosedive, understand? Notwithstanding your investigation into the drugs, leave dealing with the Mafia to the 1st Division. Stay close to the ground, behave, and most importantly, don't get in our way. There goes Phil. There goes Phil. Geez, that goof can't be honest with his feelings. Anger is one way of hiding one's embarrassment, is it not? Maybe so. Also, he has a stronger sense of justice than I initially presumed. Yeah, he's probably one of the few people in the actual core CPD that gives a shit. That actually gives a shit about what's going on. His taste for injustice, same as Dudley. Sadly, most of them are sticklers for the rules, making them pretty obstinate. So you're going to head to St. Ursula right away? That's the plan, at least. Okay, yeah, this is where the side quests are going to come out. Let's see, you're all round to go. Now, I know you're cooperating on the first division, but don't get too excited. Just do things as you usually do. Show me that you're capable of cracking. Okay, understood. Let's go, progress. Yeah, finally the story is moving. Finally the story is actually moving somewhere. But now we're going to be search for an important person, collecting flowers for resting places. See, now this is where it all comes crashing down, man. Maybe this might be fine. Search for an important person. Come to me, address Campbell Estate, Residential Street, Northwestern Crossbar City. I'm gonna take a quick little break. And then I'm gonna come back. I don't know if there's any missable quests in this chapter. Let me just check real quick. Gift to Father. Oh fuck. She gives a... Oh god. I might still be able to do this. I might have missed a missable. A hidden quest. Must have 280... How much? Hold on. Oh, you fuck's sake. 266 detective points before you head to St. Ursula. Need... Oh no, 288! Means I need like... Ah, for fuck's sake, man. Some of these side quests are locked behind dumb prerequisites. Like, really fucking dumb prerequisites. I need to get 288 detective points to initiate a hidden quest. 288. I have like 260. So I basically have to 100% every single optional quest, which means I would have had to have 100%ed that recipe quest by doing every single recipe under the sun. Bloody... It's just too much, man. That's too fucking much. I have to get perfect scores on everything to initiate one. And I might have missed one anyway. To do with Cecil. You know what? If I've missed it, fuck it, man. You know, I don't care. I actually, like, it's too late. I legit don't care about these quests. If you give me, like, at least in third, the prerequisites you could meet at any point in the game. Like, at any point in the game you could get the prerequisites. For doors and stuff. Second chapter, there were no prerequisites. You just had to find them. This game requires... You know what? Fuck this game, man. Fuck this game and its gameplay. I'm gonna take a break before my head explodes from how stupid this game gets sometimes. How stupid and moronic the developers were for making hidden quests in the game require you to meet certain standards, certain, you know, requirements to unlock them. Now, actually, let me see if I can actually just do it anyway. Let me activate this quest. You know what? Fuck this game, man. Fuck this game. I just want to get to Azure now. Fuck all these optional side quests. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. Just get someone to drink and stuff. And I'll be back. I'm gonna do these 2 optional side quests. And then fuck it, man. We're just gonna finish chapter 4, get on to the finale, man. I genuinely can't be bothered. I genuinely can't be bothered to reload saves and do all this shit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this game's bollocks. I'm tired of this game's bullshit. Anyway, I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. Okay. Oh, I'm back. Oh, got my goddamn fucking my leg, man. Done something to my leg. We are back. We are back. We are back. Okay, let's see what I need to go do. Side quest wise. Welcome back. Thank you. Search for important person. Let's do these 2 quests. Get on the main story. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed that there's 2 hidden quests that I can't do. That I can't do as a result. Actually, no, one that I can't do as a result of a dumb prerequisite that I need to meet before that point in the game. Like, I need to hit 100%, get as much detective points as you possibly can get. Like, it's just... It's kind of just dumb, man. Like, why lock stuff that's already hard enough to find as is behind, like, walls? Like, walls of, oh, you need this certain number of detective points to be able to unlock it. That's so stupid. Sky never did that. None of the Sky games ever did that. They never locked it behind some stupid, oh, you have to be this bracer level, you have to have this bracer number or whatever. Never. Never. Why now? Why now? So fucking dumb. So fucking dumb. Which house am I supposed to go into here? It was Campbell Estate, Resident Street, Northwestern Crossbell City. What street? Residential Street, Northwestern Crossbell City. But wait, is this the Campbell Estate? Hayworth Residence. Where's the Campbell Estate? Which one was the Campbell Estate? Who's this? Oh, shut up. For fuck's sake. See, this is my issue. You just throw a name at me, but you don't actually have anything that discerns something as the building you're supposed to go into. Is this it? This is the House of Representative Campbell. Okay. This is Calvardian. Well, about as much as fellow neighbours would know each other, Representative Campbell is an ambitious man. He's so driven by his passion for politics that he often brushes aside everything else. That matches the way I'd envisioned him in my head. He's requesting our assistance. Let's try asking about if this is okay. Let's go. We couldn't get into this place earlier on in the game. Now we have access to the Campbell Estate. Let's see. Oh shit. A meeting. Meeting of the minds. Representative Campbell. Unbelievable. What a foolish thing to do. So now we've seen so much of the Erebonian and neutral politics of Crossbell. Speaker Hartman, Ravash is connected to Erebonian politics. We know Hayu is loosely connected to the Calvard Republic stuff, right? We've never actually seen that much of the Republic side. See, this is good side quest. This is a good side quest. Give me something that I couldn't get in the main story, but's actually important or somewhat interesting. I don't care about some fucker's books. Like, you could shorten these games if you get rid of, cut out the fat, cut out the unneeded, unnecessary side quests. And I swear to God, if someone has the audacity from the Trails community to come in here and tell me that some of these side quests aren't shit, I will kill them in a video game. I will wrap my hands around their neck and shake them. I'm gonna shake them. Shake them like I'm making some form of drink. Like a martini. Because it can blow up into a major political fallout. Talking to Diet members always makes me feel uncomfortable. Excuse me, Representative Campbell, could you describe the situation to us in great detail? Burn the books, yeah. You have a troubled look on your face. Do it like the bonfire of the vanities. Just take a bunch of books and start just fucking burning them. I went into a bit of a snag. I suppose I have no choice but to explain the situation to you. But let me make one thing clear to you, this is a politically sensitive matter. The Republican faction has been placed into a difficult situation. This must remain strictly confidential. Okay, we swear to remain silent about the investigation, Representative. Very well then, listen up. A certain member of our faction has disappeared. Oh shit. Could you elaborate? So happens to be my very own daughter. Oh god. His daughter's gone missing. Maybe she's been abducted for these weird experiment things they're doing. Referring to Carla, we were classmates in Sunday school. The representative and his daughter have never been on particularly good terms. Their relationship seems to be entirely compromised of petty arguments. However, the timing couldn't be worse. One main supporter, Heyu, was raided this morning, dealing with the aftermath as being cumbersome. That utterly foolish daughter of mine, I would normally leave her to her own devices during a hectic period like this. However, recent reports have shown the mafia's spats becoming more dangerous. It's far too dangerous to leave two girls wandering around on their own. Okay, not only that, but if this were to become publicized, the Imperial faction could use it as ammunition against me. You can't put your guard down during a diet, so I would prefer to avoid any scandals. And with that, I request you, the Triple S, to discreetly apprehend and return my daughter to me. His reputation then. I suppose that's how these bigwigs think. Okay. Concerned for there's a fair chance his daughter might be in harm's way. Accept your request to search for your daughter. Bring her back immediately. But we'll locate your daughter and provide protection until we've safely brought her home. Proceed however you like. That note may prove useful towards your investigation. Okay, let's check her room then. This is her room, I assume. There we go. Looks like she left a message in this notebook. Let's see what it says. I've had enough of you, father. Feel free to do as you like, just as I intend to do so now. P.S. I brought the maid with me. If you're bothered that your meals will no longer be made for you, then I'm glad. Oh, fuck. Yeah, she ran from home. I mean, you can tell. You can tell that she probably ran from home by the fact that they never... the daughter and father never got along. Like, it was always, like, arguments. Representative Campbell is the type to put his work ahead of his home life. Now that I think about it, Carla would often complain about her father in Sunday school. I wouldn't be surprised if a sudden falling out caused her to run away from home. However, the notebook fails to provide a clue about where we should begin the search. I think it'd be fair of us to assume something. Suddenly ran away from home, planned to run. Well, she obviously probably planned to run away because she wouldn't have written a note. Written, oh for fuck's sake. You know what, I don't care about detective, I'm just gonna go random choices now. Fuck detective point score now. Fuck it. Fuck this game. I'm gonna get the worst ending for this quest. Watch. Actually, no, I give up. What I'm gonna do, if there's a choice that's gonna protect his daughter's life or not, I'm just gonna be like, fuck it. Daughter can die. Daughter can die, fuck it. I'm tired of doing this bollocks now. I'm actually just fucking sick and tired of this shit. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to get the right options for these side quests now. That's how little I care about this stuff. Between the diet meeting and the Heyu this morning was absolutely exhausting. I had more appointments in the afternoon, so I became suspicious. I mean, you say she suddenly left home, but she planned to leave home because she left a fucking note. So what are you? How is that even? Whatever. Miss Carla had already left by the afternoon. Can we find someone in the kitchen? Yeah, I'm just reaching a point now with this game. I never had this issue with the Sky games and the side quests. Never. Never had retarded bloody prerequisites for me to complete hidden quests. Now that I can't complete those hidden quests, I'm like, you know what? Fuck all these other side quests. Fuck all these other side quests, man. I'm just gonna get through them, get the XP, get the mirror, and just be done with it. Oh, I don't care about your Crossbow Times bollocks. Who gives a shit about the fact the newspaper hasn't arrived on time? You've got bigger fish to fry. People are gonna be sat there going, oh, well, you're just not a fucking fan of the Trails franchise if you don't like this game. This is the best trail. Like, fuck off, man. Sky never had these issues. Never. I hate the Blue Blanc quest, but I never had these issues when I played Sky. Never. According to Representative Campbell, Miss Carla. So do I... Like, where does it want me to go from here? She left in the afternoon. What does that point me to? There's nothing else I can pick up. There's nothing else I can pick up in this room. Let me read the note again. Are you kidding me? Yesterday... There's no clue where to go. It just says they left in the afternoon. At least then it tells you, go speak to the representatives, maybe get a clue, right? They said, oh, she left in the afternoon. I'm supposed to randomly try and deduct from little tiny things that someone said, like a true detective. Like, this is not what JRPGs are supposed to be, man. Fuck this quest, man. Fuck all of this shit, man. Had to analyse the note again, yeah. How on earth would you think to go and look at the note again? None of the party members said, maybe we should go back and have a look. Like, it'd be fine if one of them said, let's go back into a room and have another look. Because then you go, okay, the game is telling me, but there's something in the room. I don't know what's in the room that I need to look at, but there's something there. It's guiding me in that direction. It's a lack of focus. It's a lack of focus in this game. She left in the afternoon, probably left this morning. Fuck this game, man. I'm getting so pissed off with this bollocks, man. It expects so much from the player. So much from the player, especially when you're streaming these games. I do not have the time nor patience to sit and try and deduce all the facts in my head. I probably don't even remember half of the stuff. Like, it expects you to remember a detail from 10 hours ago, but you're supposed to piece together into, like, come on. Like, if you don't highlight something as important, or something that you should keep track of, or the game doesn't point you in a specific way, that's poor games design. I'm sorry, that's poor fucking games design. That's poor fucking games design. If you don't allow the audience or the gamer to, you know, have a rough idea of where they should be going. I don't expect markers, I don't expect the game to explicitly tell me, but I do expect the game, at least in the handbook, to jot down important things so I can go, okay, yeah, that's this. Like, my issue earlier on this stream was they ask you a bunch of questions. They go, how do all three of these cases connect together? Now, every other smart, well-developed game that has these kind of mysteries, that has you as the detective, that has you solving stuff like this, they allow you to flip through your notebook and look at the evidence, look at the things you've seen, look at the things that you've jotted down, see everything. This game doesn't. How on earth am I supposed to remember every single little piece of information that this game throws at me? Even more so when I'm streaming. This game expects way too fucking much of its players. Way too much. See, like, she probably She probably went to the city IBC. She probably went to the bank, pull out funds. Yep, funds. Like at least when you give me these options, give me like the ability to press triangle and look at my notebook, or press square, or press whatever button, so I can flick through my notebook and go, okay, this is telling me that you know, we found this piece of evidence, or this person had this eyewitness account, like actual detectives do in real life. So I can go, okay, I can piece the information that way. This game doesn't even do that, and even when it writes stuff in the notebook, it's never clear. It's like, oh, she left by the afternoon. She left, like, so fucking dumb, man. Doesn't tell you. Maybe we should go and investigate her room one more time. Maybe there's something in there that will lead us. That will lead us. I'm guessing I have to go to the IBC. Yeah, IBC. Like, people might think that my rantings are me not being okay with detective stuff. Like, I play Danganronpa. I love that. That's all about trying to figure the pieces together. I fucking love Danganronpa. Danganronpa allows you to evaluate the evidence. I love the Phoenix Wright games. The Phoenix Wright games allow you to evaluate the evidence before you make a decision. This game doesn't. That is why it's poorly designed in that aspect. They wanted to try and make a detective game. They wanted to make a game where it's like, oh, you're a smart detective who's figuring things out, and if you figure them out, you're smart. But it's like, it doesn't have the tools there to allow you to actually do any intellectual thinking, any piecing together of the clues. It's just completely based off of memory. He has a notebook, but he doesn't fucking use to write the things that he's witnessed down. Apart from, oh, this you know, this happened. Okay, where do you want me to lead? Where does the game want me to go? Which direction does the game want me to head in? Oh, I've got to speak to every single fucker in this village. Check the note again. Nah, fuck that note. I'm gonna burn the note. I'm gonna burn a note, along with all the books in this fucking city, man. Honestly, what I want, just Trails from Azure, Trails to Azure. Trails to Azure allow me to be the villain. Allow me to be Ouroboros. Allow me to fucking just burn Crossbow to the ground, man. Allow me to burn the books, burn everything. Fuck these guys, man. I mean, this is just dampening my experience of this game. Some of this content. Some of this content is legit just poorly designed. The devs want you to speak with everyone. But it shouldn't be mandatory. That's the issue. The game should allow me, if I so wish, to speak to everyone. And it should reward me for doing so. I don't have the time on stream. Even if I did stream this, like, even if I did play this off stream, right, I probably wouldn't talk to everyone anyway. I get that there's a part to this game of talking to everyone allows you to understand the world better and but the point is that I shouldn't be forced to get that information. I shouldn't be forced to get that information. I should be allowed to go and do that. I should be allowed to go and do that. For side quests and main story, the game should help at least point me in the right direction. I don't expect markers, I don't expect definitive answers, but what I do expect is the game to at least go, okay, here's an idea of what you should do. Maybe go check out these kind of things. So that the game just flows better instead of spending hours upon hours trying to figure out, because you have to talk to every single Tom, Dick and Harry and Crossbell to get any headway into anything. They don't give you the tools, and they make talking to like side characters mandatory. In the Sky games, you could speak to people randomly. It will give you an insight into the world. It will give you an idea, and then you could be on your merry way. You didn't have to concern yourself with talking to literally every fucker in every village to get some progression on the main story. I was ranting too much and I didn't even read any of that. She met with Maribel. Okay, so she met with the CEO's daughter. Like, maybe it's just I want more gameplay out of this. Maybe that's one of the other issues. When I play a JRPG, I don't want to just be running around from point A to point B constantly just talking to people. That feels like an MMO. It feels like an MMO in that regard. Split it. I don't mind running around talking to people, but split it up with gameplay. Split it up with gameplay so that I'm not just spending the entire game in a glorified visual novel. Like, these are supposed to, like, I can agree, these are the crowning Trails games in terms of writing. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. The writing in this game is more solid than any of the Sky games. That is the truth. There's a lot of really cool politics going on. There's a lot of really cool stuff with Crossbow. But what I hate is that the ratio is just shit, and the mechanics that are in place for some of the systems they want to put in here are shit. I hate the fact that they've just regurgitated the fishing minigame from Sky, which was bare bones and rubbish in the first place, and then pushed it into a mandatory segment. Like, what is that? What developer thought that was a good idea? What developer sat there and went, people loved the fishing minigames from the Sky games, they were so elaborate and fun, but let's not change anything about them, let's just put them in this game, unchanged, the exact same as they were before, but let's also make it a mandatory part of the game. So in order to progress the game, you have to partake in fishing. At least when I got pissed off at third for its fishing game, it wasn't mandatory. I could do the first or second fishing minigame things and be done with it and not have to worry about the bullshit third. And you don't even need to do it anyway. Like, you don't even need to do all the doors. But for some reason, they decided to take it upon themselves to make it a mandatory part of the game. Mandatory part of the game. Very unhelpful quest log. Tools, they try to make it seem like a detective game, despite the fact they haven't got any gameplay mechanics in place to actually help you solve anything. You've just got to go based off of memory. You've got to remember every single fucking detail. I want you to fill the fishing books in. I mean, if Cold Steel's fishing minigame is better, I'll be happy to do more fishing. It's just the fishing in these games is atrocious. It's actually AIDS. Whoever designed it is a fucking cunt. A fucking cunt. Like, I've had it, like... Calm down. I'm just tired of this. Like, it really brings down the game. It really brings down the game. I haven't had a monster extermination quest in, like, probably 10 hours. It probably is. It probably is. But here's the thing. If Azure doesn't do this, where it's just you walking around for, like, 50 hours talking to people, and then 10-15 hours of it is actually engaging in combat, I'll be fine. I'll be fine with it. But, like, this is just dumb. First chapter did a much better way of introducing its world, building things up. Like, here's the thing. I love what they've done with the combat in this game. There's great new combat mechanics. There's great, like, you know, they've got counters. They've got, random support attacks. They've got combined S-crafts. There's lots of really cool, and of course you've got, you know, better advantages. That's really cool stuff. I like it. They've done stuff to the combat. But here's the issue. There is barely any fucking combat in this game because it's just riddled with plot. Random plot devices that take forever to get anywhere because you spend 50 hours running in circles talking to every Tom, Dick and Harry in Crossbell to get any progress in any of the main quests. And in the side quest you spend delivering fucking books, looking for books. You go over to Harmorica Village and you spend 10-20 minutes there, sat there running around because some dude handed the book to some dude, who handed the book to some dude, who handed the book to some dude. And when you reach the end of that, when you finally complete this dumbass goose chase, you don't get rewarded for any of it other than the book. The book's the only reward you get. You don't get a boss fight, you don't get any combat, you just get the fucking book. That's all you get. Like, how is that rewarding for me? Why should I engage in this content if the reward is nothing? If there is nothing there apart from the mirror reward, of course, like the normal gameplay rewards. Like, but if there's nothing there that I can engage in gameplay-wise, what is the point in stuffing your game filled with shit like this? It's so annoying. Sky never had this issue. I never had any issue with any of the Sky games in this regard. This is too much. This is too much padding. Too much useless fucking padding. And it doesn't have the things in place to actually properly facilitate it. I haven't even paid any attention to this quest. I know she fucked off or something. She's going on a holiday, apparently. You know, that's all you have to say. That's all you have to say to me. Hey, she came round here, she took the money, she's heading off to the airport. Go chase her. Instead of actually going, oh shit, she's about to take a plane and get out of here, they talk for another 10 minutes. Let's get to the airport, man. Good writing does not necessarily mean a good game. This has fantastic writing, but in terms of gameplay, it might be one of the worst. Gameplay wise, there's cool stuff there, but it just doesn't use it enough. There's not enough involvement with the gameplay mechanics to actually, like, Third is an example of how you do gameplay well. You extend the systems that the previous games have set in place. You extend the systems, you add more stuff in, and you allow people to play the game. The story there, it's not the best. It's not the best in the Trails series. It's good stuff though, but you know, it feels like a game. I would say Third is better than this game, just as a general game. In fact, I think all of the games as general games are better than this game. Like, even if the plot, even if the end final chapter is the best ever, I'd still say this is generally, in terms of a broader scope of like gameplay, story, everything else, is one of the weakest Trails games I've played so far. That might be controversial to some people, but I'm just saying from my experiences here. And like it's not that, oh, you're not smart enough to figure out any of these things. That's not the issue. That's not the fucking issue. The issue isn't my intelligence here. It's the fact the game doesn't facilitate you with devices to help you uncover anything. It expects you to memorize every sentence, to concentrate and be constantly aware of every single letter, of every single phrase. Oh, Anton's fucking off. I'll take the books over one bitch I know, maybe two. I'll take the books. I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing, like, this is a game at the end of the day. And if your game is just you running around talking to people, like, that's the issue that I had with Death Stranding. Death Stranding's gameplay was awful. The story was great. There was great plot there, great characters. Gameplay was just atrocious. So I gave it a 4 out of 10. Yeah, Anton. He tried to go out with Fran, the receptionist, got rejected. Ricky and Anton. Fran, Noelle's younger sister. Fran, the receptionist. He got rejected. So he got all depressed and now he's leaving Crossbell. So hold on, he wants me to go to the airport. I'm at the airport. Who do I speak to? This woman. Of all the women. I couldn't speak to that dude there and he wouldn't say the same thing. First Aina, now Fran, yeah. I do remember the name Anton. I do remember him from the Sky games. Oh my god, my leg, man. Liberal, right. Okay, so... Hold on. Okay, Marsha. That's right. See, Lady Carla never intended to go to Liberal in the first place. Oh, I do remember Anton now. He was the one that tried to drink, like, enough. Tried to use, like, a cheat to drink. Yeah, he tries to use, like, a pill or something, or, like, a herb or whatever, to, like, allow him to drink excessive amounts. I do remember that quest. Okay, so she's gone to the train station now. So why... Like, this is what I mean. Why make me go to the airport to then tell me to go to the train station? Like, what is the point in this segment? Like, actually, what is the point? To showcase Marsha. You know, it's just extending things longer than they should be extended. Forgot to talk to this person. Carver bound train. Officer Quattro, I remember this guy. He helped us with the train thing. Carver's Eastern Quarter. Meaning to forward at all times. Okay. So where do I go? This way. Let me guess, we're gonna be too late. The train's gonna leave. Okay, I guess not. Oh, but now we're off to Calvard. Okay. Yep, we're on the train now. We're trying to... This is the Calvardian representative's daughter we're chasing after, and she's on the train, I think. So I guess she's returning home. Maybe to her mum or something. Maybe her mum lives in Calvard or something. Oh yeah, they're mentioning the drugs. Altair, located at the western edge of Calvard. Let's keep trying to persuade her to come home. Okay. It's probably not her. Nope. It's probably not her. Okay. There she is. Now I have to persuade her to return home. Okay. Just chuck her off a train for fuck's sake. Open a train car door and just chuck her out. Chuck her out when, you know, there's a fucking, you know, sign or something. So this train is headed for, yeah, heading for Calvard. Actually, we came to take you home. I think if we say to her we're taking her home, like, this game wants me to pick this one. Let's lie to her. Fuck it, let's lie to her. My father is always ordering me around, filling my life with rules and morals once he doesn't even respect himself. Perfect example. I will never forgive him for what he did. What did he do? After breakfast, he walked into my room without knocking. I mean, I'll admit that is kind of annoying. Like when people do that when they just, hey. But come on, going across the entire bloody continent. And even though he throws a fit when I forget to do so. Tit this bitch now, but you know what? I don't think I'm even going to do that. I'm just going to chuck her out the fucking window. These upper class. Ooh, you know, I get upset when there's a fly in my soup. So it means that I run across the entire fucking continent because there's a, you know, a fly in my soup. Your father is to blame. Did you try locking the door? Your father is to blame. You're both fucking cunts. You're both fucking dumbasses. Yep. Reminds me of that quest in the second chapter. You do an entire investigation and it's just some kid knocked him out by opening a door. Was she naked or what? She, exactly. Was she fucking fucking jackhammering herself? What was going on? She, her dad walked in. She just had a fucking 10-inch dildo halfway up. It's dangerous to travel alone. It made his void sick. Well, she won't care about her father. I don't think it made his void sick. 3 probably. Sick about your safety. Go on. I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. That was her farewell before we made our way to the station to find you. Instead of running away, won't it feel better to say what you want to say to his face? Marsha is waiting for me. I don't mind returning home. So we don't actually get to see Altair. They actually went there, but we don't get to see it. Cool. They couldn't be bothered to make a small little section, like a station in Calvard. That would have been neat. But I have to do it in text dialogue. Like, oh hi Calvard. We can't show Calvard until we get to the Calvard arc. We can't show Calvard until we get to the big arc of Calvard. Okay, but you show me the border of Erebonia. You show me the Erebonian border. You show me part of Erebonia in the Sky Games. Calvard arc is 8 games later. But they still showed the Erebonian, a bit of Erebonia in the Sky Games. Hey, all I'm asking for is, if anything, a fucking field. A field that's part of Calvard. But they conned me. They cheaped out here. They couldn't even be bothered to make a field. They did it with the Sky Games. They just tell you names, yeah. Altair, Heimdall. Yeah, but Sky Graphics could be some random mountains. But that's, you know, I'm not expecting Calvard to be like, oh my god, it's a huge desert. Like, I'm not expecting that. I'm just, like, a field with cows in it would be nice. And saying, hey look, we're in Calvard. They went, 30 minutes later they returned. If you could do it in Sky, like, actually showcase a bit of Erebonia, at least let me feel as if I'm in Calvard instead of going, we can't pull the curtains yet. We haven't got to that part of the story yet. I observe this trend. Don't be worried or have a falling out. I'll accept your terms. So this is the power of a something or other set. Oh fuck you, man. We got your daughter back. All you could do is get our name right, you fucking politician, you fucking Weasley cunt. In Sky, they built things. They built things of crossbow slash Erebony. Yeah, but come on, a field of cows at least. Give me a field of fucking cows. I mean, at this point, like, it's not going to deduct. It's not as bad as any of the other things. I'd just have liked maybe a field. A field in Calvard to show that the devs are like, Calvard exists outside the realms of the Calvard arc. Because at the moment, even though we feel that there's a broad world going on, we know that Erebonia has its own stuff and Calvard has its own stuff. The fact that it hides it and goes, you can't see it. You can't see it until we get there as part of the main narrative. It feels a little bit like, come on man, just a field. A field of cows is all you need to do to make Calvard actually exist. In Crossbow they start saying about Erebonia like cities, etc. and some things about Calvard. In Erebonia they say things about Crossbow and Calvard, yeah. It's always about, but I suppose the thing is it's always about world building. You can't see these places because you're not there at the time, so they want to build them up. But when you specifically say, "Hey, we're heading to Altair," which is a part of Calvod, and then when you reach it, they go, it goes black screen and text that says they arrived at Altair, waited for a train, and then 30 minutes later they arrived back in Crossbell. Like, you couldn't show me a train station or nothing. Like, it doesn't, like, I know that these places have foundations, cultures, politics, this, that, the other, but like, and they do feel like they're alive despite us not being there. But it doesn't feel like they exist outside of their own bubble. In all honesty, like it feels like the developers are like, we can't show you this country until we get to it in the story. So you don't get to see Erebony, or you don't get to see Calvard, or you don't get to see this, or you don't get, like, come on, field of cows, field of fucking cows. Okay, what have we got here? Collecting flowers. Come to the cabin next to the graveyard behind Crossbell Cathedral. Okay. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming for. I do want to get these side quests done there. Oh, this is a great quest. You must do this quest. What, the flowers? I'm hoping this gives Lloyd stuff about Guy. If so, this is a good quest. Like, this is how you do side quests. It's why I like The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is a big, open, sprawling world, right? But every side quest feels significant. It feels significant to the world around you. Hopefully this is to do with Guy. Hopefully this is to do with Guy. Or just something. I want to bring me 3 different kinds of flowers for an offering. Where do I get flowers from? Where? Need to collect. First, you'll find them blooming near the police academy. Okay, fine. As long as you tell me roughly where I can find them. As long as it's not like, haha, you're on your own. This is fine. This is fine. As long as the game points out roughly where you have to go, I'm okay with that. It's when it doesn't that pisses me off. And it does it too much in this game. I need to stop shitting on this game, man. Like, as annoyed as I am this stream, it's mainly just me being fucking pissed off about a couple things. This is still like a high rating, I'd say. It's definitely still above like 7. It's just probably not the strongest Trails game. You compete with Moin. Not really. I mean, the thing with Moin is that, like, with Vesperi, this is a game that he's played, and so when he returns to it and he comes across a battle that is just bullshit, I don't think that takes away from his enjoyment or you know, liking of the game. It's just a segment, right? This game has pissed me off on multiple occasions, not just one. Who's got the stylish rage? I don't know. Me and Moin are very similar kind of people. That's why we get along. You know, we call each other like spirit twins, right? Because we're very alike in you know, we get pissed off at shit, you know, in games, and we have our rages and stuff. Okay, we've got to go get these flowers. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna try and calm down. This is a nice flower picking quest. Nice flower picking quest. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. Can be found at Tally's General Store on West Street in the city. This is a nice, peaceful flower picking quest. Should be no stress. Yeah, this is a nice, calm, relaxing quest. Okay, where's the general store? Okay, so is there a flower here? Okay, what does it say? Can be found at Tally's General Store. Okay, it's found in. It's probably in the shop. As long as you don't go to the shop and they tell you that they ran out of... Yeah. If they say, sorry, you're going to have to find the flower out over here. He's the only who buys his flowers from us. He and a few other... Oh, come on, please. Please, 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 please. Don't go, oh, it appears we're out of stock. Oh. Oh, here we go. Pardon me? Fucking really? Really? They want to do this. They want to do this shit. They really want to do this shit. What is the point in sending me to these places if you're just going to send me to somewhere else? This is dumb. This is actually fucking retarded. Oh no, no, we'll go pick them up. Okay, where are the flowers? Please just tell me where they are. Has been blooming on the edge of Maine's mountain path. Okay, let me tell you how this quest should have gone. He should have gone, you'll find them on Maine's mountain path and eliminate this entire part of the quest entirely. It's unneeded, it's unnecessary. It's just, the entire dialogue is, sorry, we're out of stock. They wanted to, exactly. This is so... Okay. This is a relaxing flower picking quest. Relaxing flower picking quest. There shouldn't be any more problems. There shouldn't be any more problems. This would have been an FC quest. Yeah. So where is it? Maine's mountain path. Near some ruins. Okay, that's in the tunnel, right? They could have cut out this... cut out the fat here and just sent me here regardless. It's a tendency with Trails games. I feel it's kind of pretentious in a way. They write in the fact that you need to go somewhere, talk to some person about something who then tells you to go somewhere else entirely. Okay, I forgot that Lloyd's the only one who doesn't actually have fire. Okay, so it is fire then. Are they weak to something else? Water. Enigma Pro. No worries, no more drag, you got this. I already see myself, if we're to live in this world and being a bracer. Yeah. You'd probably lose your bracer badge, but hey. Who gives a fuck? Why are these things? I don't remember these things being so hard to kill. Inverse keyboard. Those should have been. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I got the gist. I got the gist of what you're saying. Oh God, man. Oh God, man. Another thing I hate in this game, and this is also really retarded, is Curia isn't an ability in this game. You can't get Curia. That is so dumb. That's actually fucking stupid. You can't get Curia as an art. This is exactly. This is the first fight this stream. Exactly. I should give people an idea. I've been streaming for what, 2.5 hours now? And I even played some this morning, and I never got involved in combat. That should tell you the ratio of story to gameplay is very bad. Very poor. If people are only holding this as the best trail, or the Crossbow Arc is the best point in Trails because of its story, I'm sorry. That does not constitute as being the best. It does not. I don't want to fight these moles again. Just let me get these flowers, man. Let me get these flowers without having to fight an army to get to them. Like, the OST in this game's great though. Has some great fucking... probably actually has my favourite... is this the flowers? It has a really good OST, this game. Like, I will give it that. Like, I actually think maybe the battle theme in this game might be one of the battle themes in this game might be one of my favourite in the entire series. But yeah, I do wanna. I might do this off stream. What I might do, actually, I might do the main story until the next couple side quests open up, and then I might do some of the chests off stream. I think I like them all. Okay, nice. We'll see. We'll see. I do like one or two of the battle themes in this. There are some decent themes in this game. Just not as good as Sky, though, I don't think. The OST in this isn't as good as Sky. Okay, we got one of the flowers. Fucking finally, man. This is the Goose Chase flowers we got done. So now we've got the ones that we hopefully... can get to. Orino bandana. What are these weak to? Yeah, they're weak to water. Here we go, Earthshaker. Earthshaker is one of the most annoying abilities in this game. My favourite battle theme is in the second chapter, yeah. Sky has some great battle themes. I do think though, but I can't remember which battle... like, when I hear the battle theme, I'll tell you. I think it's for, like, boss fights and stuff. That theme is probably one of my favourite battle themes in the entire Trails. So where are the other ones? Obtained Requiem Flowers. West Crossbell, East Crossbell. So I need to find a bus stop to get just quickly, but get back to Crossbell City. There's one right around here. There it is. I could have just run up to Mains, but meh. Actually, it might have been quicker to go this way. Okay. So west and east. So the west one by the road to the police academy. Oh, there's is a boss theme baker. Yeah, I think it's a boss theme. I'll know it when I hear it. I'll know it when I hear it. I like this theme as well. This is a good theme. This feels like Sky. This feels like a track you'd hear in Sky. I wonder if you'll find any of the flowers at the place the old man told you. I hope. I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, man. Monsters appeared. I'll do this. Monsters appearing is a good... I used to get pissed off when monsters would randomly appear in the earlier Trails games, but now this is like a godsend. I'm gonna guess they're gonna walk into... There we go. Fucking walk into the trap, you bellends. they're hit with fire. These things are pretty weak though. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, come on. All why is Tio not bloody moving yet? I don't want to do Axel Rush. Have you played Golden Sun? I've heard of it, I don't know if I've played it though. There we fucking go. If I have, like, forgive me, because I've played a lot of JRPGs, I don't remember. I have heard of it. It's either I've heard of it because I've played it, or I've heard of it just in passing. Time Sepith. Similar to Trails in the Sky in terms of graphics, maybe a bit worse. Maybe. Maybe. Like, I couldn't say for certain. Maybe a long time ago. Oh, thank God there's one of the flowers. Single type of flower. Really like that, especially the Lost Stage. Maybe if I haven't played it, maybe it'll be something down the line for me to do. I know after I'm caught up with Trails, I'm gonna do Octopath, because I haven't played that yet. And I do want to at some point down the line do a playthrough of FF9, another playthrough, because that's my favourite FF game, is FF9. We'll be done with Trails in 2022. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be that long. I know. I'll be like it'll be well into 2021 before I catch up. But 2022 might be a bit of a stretch. Maybe a bit of a stretch. I'm not that slow at doing games. Like if I can get a good burst, like of a stream, that's you know a very determining factor. Where's the last one? East Crossbar Highway at the foot of the Watchtower. 5 games left. But I mean, I'm getting through most of these games at what? Month to 2 months. Cold Steel might be longer. Might take 3 to quarter of a year maybe. But if I reach Cold Steel by the end of this year, like I want to, then if each game takes 3 to 4 months of playing through it, like if they're twice as long as like second chapter, I could have finished in about 2 months if I played it, you know, like I'm playing these games, right? East Crossbow Highway, the foot of the Watchtower. Hajimari could come out next year, probably. It could do, but that's I'm hoping that they work on translating the Crossbow games as well, potentially. If Hajimari comes out, it might push Octopath back more, but we'll see. East Crossbow Highway. CS2 is the longest for now. Yeah, I mean, it probably won't take me any longer than 4 months. I think you were saying 6 months. I think that's a stretch. I think that's a bit insulting of my capabilities. It'll probably take about 4 months, maybe. 4 months of streams. Of like this schedule. May just remake these older games. I don't know. Well, I did hear that apparently when they're done with Trails, like when they finish this the Trails main story, right? They want to revisit the trilogy that came out before they start the Trails franchise. They want to return to the Gargav trilogy. So hopefully they'll do that. Now it's taking a shot. Everyone fucking takes a shot at me. Everyone fucking takes a shot at me. For fuck's sake, man. I don't want to fight these bulls. Just let me get the bloody thing, man. You know what? Fuck it. Ether burst the fuck out of this ball, man. Oh my god, for fuck's sake, you shitting me. I'm gonna get killed by some bulls. See, I didn't even know that they do this. After Hajimari, there's the Calvad arc, then fuck knows. Well, they said that Hajimari is apparently the start of the climax of the overarching narrative they're telling. Apparently when they finished Cold Steel, they said that they were like 70% through telling the entire story of Trails. So I don't reckon there's a whole lot more after Hajimari. God, I'm gonna die. These are strong, yeah. They fucking came out of nowhere. They tanked like an entire bloody... They're gonna fucking kill me, man, watch. Like I'm running out of... Oh, fuck, I wish I had more EP. For the next 20 years? I don't think it's that long. I don't want it to be that long. I don't want it to be still trying to find out who the Grandmaster is in 20 years. I think that would just be too much. I think what you might have read is that they want to continue the Legend of Heroes, at least for like another 20 years. That might be it. Because I've heard very differently. I've heard that Hajimari is the start of the climax, from what I've heard. Like, I think after 20 years, if they're still, like, dealing with Ouroboros, it's just gonna feel like Kingdom Hearts. It's gonna feel like Kingdom Hearts in that, like, nothing ever feels like it's reaching a conclusive point, you know? It does need to reach an end. Like, people forget that Trails is a sub-series of The Legend of Heroes. Like, even after Trails ends, people are assuming that once Ouroboros is done and dealt with and the Trails series comes to an end, that's it for Legend of Heroes franchise. They had, what is it, 4 or 5 games? 4 or 5 games before, like, they did Trails. So, you know, they can, in fact, they could just go off and create another expanded universe like this. But just not the same. What the fuck is this watchtower that I'm looking for? One long out, your reveal mostly done, rest is boring. Was the reveal any good? What was it? Was it like a Call of Duty reveal or whatever? I don't know about Hajimari, I kept away from the spoilers. Ouroboros is a very intricate organization, there are a lot of Anguises left. True. And I haven't looked into Hajimari, all I've heard is bits and pieces regarding Hajimari's development and like very foundation stuff, like nothing story-wise. But like it might just be a case of towards the end, army versus army. It might be like it might culminate in like if what we're believing is true, if the theory about it being Adios is true, it's possible that all of the Trails characters that we know all come together at the holy city of Arteria, and it's just like a huge like all-out war at like the holy city of Arteria to like finish off the Trails franchise. And it might be there that, you know, so far, yeah, Crossbow doesn't have anything, no new reveals about Ouroboros, nothing. This game feels so, like, although I was saying, like, it feels great that this feels independent of itself. It feels like it's trying to hint at things, but it never goes all the way. An Arteria arc would be cool, yeah, like, just the final game just, like, being full speed to Arteria, and, like, being an all-out war. Like, we find out that, like, you know, there's 2 parts to the church, right? And it'd be kind of a little bit similar to actual religion. Like, the Septian Church is now splintered into 2 different sects, right? You have the Adio sect, and maybe a new sect comes about as a result. Like, maybe that's going to be led by people like Kevin and all of that stuff. 13 fucking Gralsritters. Yeah. We just, like, this game feels like it just doesn't, like, it's great as a standalone, it just doesn't work in the entire scheme of fucking the rest of the Trails universe. First gameplay and such. So this game so far is playing the cop, while the last game's about saving the world. Yeah, I think what it's trying to do is it's trying to lead closer towards us being involved in, you know, big scenarios, like the Sky games. You missed my entire rant earlier. I went on a full-blown, like, rage. Because I'm annoyed at... Are you kidding me? 80% fucking escape chance, and I can't escape. Fuck off, game. Fuck off, game. 90%. But yeah, I had a huge fucking rage earlier. Because this game pretends as if it's trying to be a detective-style game. Oh, solve these puzzles, solve the crimes. But it doesn't have any mechanics or features that allow you to be able to pull things together. The Phoenix Wright games, right, which are like a bunch of visual novels / like point and click, like detective but kind of cross lawyer games that are really good. Like, I really like them. They have, like, you can look at your court record, you can look at all the things, so that you can piece things together, so that you can deduce, you know, what's going on. You know, a lot of games that have that actually, like, have mechanics in place so that you can evaluate your evidence. This game has none of that, and it flings things on you that expects you to memorize. Expects you to memorize after long periods of time. It's especially hard when we streaming it as well, trying to keep focused. And so I just run into a problem of I can't remember every single detail, and this game expects that of me. And the notebook that's in place to help keep track of those things doesn't do a very good job of keeping track of information. I'm trying to think, where's the watchtower? I forget where the watchtower is, man. I like Sky more, but I haven't seen everything, of course. I'm not an expert on JRPGs. I do think that the Sky games in general are better, just generally better games. I think just in general they're better. This game has better writing, hands down, easily. Better writing, better narrative. It feels a lot more, there's more depth to it than the Sky games. Gameplay wise, the gameplay changes are great, but the issue is the game never actually involves you in the combat enough in side quests and the main story to actually allow you to properly enjoy them. So the new gameplay stuff is awesome, but you never ever, like, get the chance to properly play through it. Oh, I don't want to fight these bulls, man! Fuck off! Look at these fucking barnacle bulls. Escape failed, escape failed, escape failed. Fuck off, man. Let me escape. 10%. Yeah, you know what? Just kill my party. Just shove your horn up each of their asses and kill my party. Go and do it. I dare you to fucking do it, you barnacle-looking cow. I'm gonna keep on. I cannot be bothered. I do not want to fight this thing. I just want to get the flower. Because I might end the stream after this. Like, I'm drained. I'm drained after. Look, it's still chasing after me. I barely get away from it and it's already, like, gaining on me. For round 2. Oh my god, more bulls. Bulls. How far do I have to travel to get to the bloody bus stop? Oh, did I go the wrong way? Oh fuck, I went the wrong way. Fuck's sake. So let me find the bus stop. There it is. Actually, I don't even need the bus stop anymore because I'm so fucking close. There's no point. Hard-working greatness. Yeah, Clone Wars tonight at 11 PM. How many bulls are on this bloody road? Just want to get to the flowers. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I do like this theme. This is a good theme. There we go. Let's hand in these flowers to this dude at the cemetery. I might do a bit of the main story and then end stream. Because I've been going for nearly 3 hours now. Okay. Got hammies in. Yeah, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. There is, I think maybe. Well, there's bus stops. There's bus stops. I think only fast travel is in Crossbow City. I don't think you can fast travel. The only fast travel is bus stops. Like they're few and far between. They're like and only like crossroads and near cities and stuff or towns. This way. I could have fast traveled, but like it doesn't take me long to run across Crossbow, especially with like turbo on. I could not imagine these games without some form of turbo. Like these older games, the characters just walk so fucking slow. Did you get the flowers? Please tell me that this is gonna connect to Guy. Please give me a reward, like a interesting little tidbit. I also missed 2 optional quests, Phil. You can imagine how pissed off I was at that happening. One of them requires a dumb prerequisite. I have to get 288 detective points, which basically means I have to perfect every single side quest that I do. Every single side quest. And do optional stuff in main quests to be able to get even close to that, to unlock that one. The other one I just missed, I think. I still don't know if I've fully missed it yet. But I'm like, I've gotten to this point with this game. McLean. Arios' wife. Oh shit. Arios McLean's wife. I thought she'd probably die. What the fuck is this? S18? Geo. Geo. Geo's in the game. Geo is buried. He definitely is after he watched that fucking Cuties. After he watched the Cuties movie. He's definitely buried. Geo. He is gone. This is Guy's grave. Oh fucking hell, man, that is too funny. That is too fucking funny. After Cuties, yeah, after you watch Cuties, he's probably buried there. Here lies Guy Bannings. See, this is good. This is how you end a quest. This is how you end the quest. Make it feel important. He often came to visit me in my cabin. He wanted to say so much on his gravestone it didn't. I just did shots. Oh, fucking hell, man. That is too funny for. That is too fucking. Oh my god. Sinbad came. You came a bit late to the stream. I might be ending soon. You missed a huge rage earlier. Huge rage. Not about a boss or anything, about just the game in general. Ascertain firsthand whether you four guys' successes have grown any. Still rough around the edges. This isn't your favourite one after all. So, okay, here's the thing. I don't think I ever said it was my favourite. But what I did say was that its writing is better than any of the Sky games. Which I still stand by. Its writing is better than the Sky games. I don't feel it surpasses Second Chapter. Second Chapter is still my favourite. That has, and it's never changed and probably won't change for a while. My issue with this game, as I've said, is its ratio of gameplay to story. It's just not good. It's just not... Like, if the gameplay had been a bit more spread out over this game, this might have been my favourite. But there's too many random quests where you're just running around, talking to people, and then it regurgitates those exact same stories. So you're doing book collecting quests again, or you're doing more, you know, hunting for recipes or ingredients. It's like, where's the gameplay? Where's the moment where I'm fighting things? There's barely any monster exterminations in this game. Like, we're on the penultimate chapter, we're a good ways into it, and we haven't had that many monster extermination quests. So like, while the combat is great in this game, my issue is that the game never stays long in like gameplay segments. Like gameplay segments where like the combat is prevalent. Man, you're gonna hate that in Cold Steel. Okay, I've said this about the Cold Steel, right? Like what people are saying. My issue isn't with the quests themselves. It's about the ratio of gameplay to story. Immortals told me that Cold Steel 1, despite it being slow, is still better than this game in terms of its gameplay to story ratio. That's my issue. My issue isn't picking up, because if that was my issue, I would have been pissed off at Sky. I would have been pissed off at Sky, but that wasn't the case. You know, I never had this issue with the Sky games. It's because there doesn't seem to be a good balance. There doesn't seem to be a good balance of story to gameplay in this game, unfortunately. The writing is great. Like, it's almost a similar issue that I have with Umaneko, right? But at least Umaneko is what it is, right? You know, you don't go into Umaneko expecting like a full-on video game like Danganronpa, right? You expect it to be a visual novel. This game, you expect to go in to play a JRPG. You don't expect to play a glorified visual novel with occasional moments where you're doing turn-based combat. And that's my issue with this game. It's not the quests, although the quests are lame, but like, they were in Sky. Like, if I had that big of an issue, I would have raged about it in Sky. It's just fucking terrible ratio, man. I talked about it enough, to be honest. If you want to see the full rage, it's like an hour or so into the stream. Something like that. Okay, let's go hand these quests in. I might go see if I can do that hidden quest, maybe. Or if it's locked. If I've actually missed it. Because Sinbad, there's a hidden quest in this game that has a prerequisite for you to actually unlock it. That is so stupid. Not only are these hidden quests hard to find normally, but you're not going to be able to find it unless you get the detective points on everything. Like, max detective points. Like Sky. Sky games usually involve side characters in quests. I like that. It takes time to give characterization to them. No, but what I mean is that you're doing quests that are very similar to quests in this game. I'm not saying that the book quests are everything in this game. You're doing stuff in this game similar to stuff that you do in the Sky games with side characters. I liked the quest in this game to do with Ilya. There was a side quest to do with a stalker or something. That was a good side quest. The side quest I just did right now had a bit to do with Guy Bannings and stuff. But it doesn't, like, what I'm saying here is that the ratio is bad. The content itself, the quests, I don't have a problem with. My problem is the ratio. The ratio of story and text to gameplay. Takes time to give character incentive. Yeah, exactly. This game has that as well. This is why I'm comparing it to Sky. My issue is the ratio. Of gameplay to narrative. It just is not balanced. 270. Come on. 273. See, I gotta get 288 to unlock a hidden quest. Yeah, you need to basically do, well, not perfect run, but you need to get a certain amount of detective points. Sky never had that stupid prerequisite for a hidden quest. Ever. Of course you could miss them. By progressing the narrative on, like the main story. But it never required you to actually, like, reach a point in the game. Like, detective, like, you never had to reach a certain bracer rank to do a side quest or to do an optional hidden quest. Never. This is Fran. Anton, be blessed he got rejected. Yeah. But the only reason he wanted to be with Fran is because Fran found his wallet or something. Yeah, I've missed out on the hidden quest, I think. Fuck it, man. I'll just do all the normal side quests. I can't be bothered. Like, at this stage, I just want to get this game done by the end of this month. Start as year. Like, what I feel is people have rated the crossbow arc so high just purely on its writing. I think the writing is great in this, but I don't think because the writing is great in it that it passes second chapter. Man, I was so pissed off at second chapter in the end. I got to B+ rank because of one quest that I failed. I think I got all of it, apart from maybe one or two. And let's go speak to Gunther. Like, another thing as well, Sinbad, that I have an issue with this in this game, is the detective stuff. And not because it's detective stuff, it's because it doesn't give you the tools to be able to put things together. Like Danganronpa, you could do that. Phoenix Wright, you can do that. Even in Umaneko, it made a point to give you an entire menu where you could look at things that you'd seen. So you could look at the evidence or look at the things that you'd found during the course of the game or the novel, right? This game doesn't have that. You have a detective notebook, but doesn't even have evidence in it. So when this game asks you, how did these things connect all three of the cases? You're thinking, well, if I could open my notebook and look at all the evidence I've conjured, I'd be able to, or not conjured, that I found, I'd be able to put things together. I'd be able to answer these questions. But because there's no mechanic in place for that, it just ends up being you trying to remember tiny details that the game didn't even highlight to you. That's my issue. It tries to be a detective genre game, but it doesn't have the tools there. It doesn't have the tools there for you to be able to look back. Phoenix Wright, you can look in your court record, look at the evidence, it helps you. Like, that's what I love about that game. You can look at the court record. You can go, okay, let me look at the testimony here, let me look at the court record, let me piece this evidence in. Like, you can do it like that, and that's good detective puzzle solving. Umaneko, you can look through the menu, you can look at the things you've seen. How does this connect? Character profiles, this, that, the other. Like, there's stuff there for you to look at and go, okay, I understand about this part about the mystery because I have the evidence here and I'm putting two and two together. This game doesn't have that. That's another issue of it. Like, it tries so hard to be 2 games at once, but it doesn't know which one it wants to be. It doesn't know whether it wants to be a turn-based JRPG or a detective game, and it doesn't do either of them very well. Like, it doesn't excel in either, like, is what I mean. Like, whereas second chapter, it excelled in its gameplay, and it excelled in its storytelling. That's why it was such a good fucking game. Mysteries with not enough clues presented are disapproved by Knox's dialogue for detective fiction. Yeah, it's just... it's annoying. Like, I had an issue earlier on. Like, I'd pieced together... Like, I pieced together this stuff about this drug, right? This drug going around. I connected the fact that the attack on the Heiyu headquarters, Ravash, and this miner who got luck were all connected. They were all connected somehow. You don't have some dudes appearing at Heiyu being able to one-hand machine guns like it's nothing, and then also a dude whose luck suddenly shifts, and then he's also fucking hench out of the blue. Like, it all connected. I figured that out. But then the game's like, but how do all these small little details you've seen connect? And you can't look at anything to actually determine the details themselves. You have to try and memorize tiny little things that are said in passing. It's so dumb. He's in the research ward, okay. Wait, so you didn't progress the main story at all? No, I have. I have progressed it, but there have been side quests that I've been doing. Same time. There has been main plot progression. It's just, it's another problem with this game, man. Just another fucking problem. Sometimes it feels like you don't make any progress at all because it's so slow. I need to go top floor. Had 2 fights this whole stream, or like 4, yeah. Like, and those weren't like mandatory encounters. They were just stuff that I bumped into in the normal world. I'm sure people have noticed this as well. There isn't a lot of combat in this game. And, you know, it's what feeds into... And also, I'd love to remind everyone, they made the fishing minigame mandatory. I'd love to remind everyone that. That's another, you know, negative to this game. But I feel he resents it with every fibre of his being. Like, I'm gonna be honest. In general, if I was to take all 4 of the Trails games that I've played, in general, their general game, like plot, story, writing, characters, combat, gameplay, like music, all of that. If I was to rank them, I think 0 would probably be at the bottom. I think 0 currently is at the bottom. Should have had her hospitalized. It might be because I'm not frequently following the streams, but I don't have a clear picture of where the climax for this game is headed. Neither do I. Neither do I. I mean, it's only just now that they're starting to build towards any form of climax. Like, Ouroboros, the only bit of Ouroboros that has even been mentioned is the Blue Blanc side quest. That is it. I don't even know what's going on with Ren. I don't even know what's going on with Ren, Joshua and Estelle. They've left that plot thread. Like, I get that it's going somewhere, but I just don't feel like we're on the penultimate chapter, and I don't feel like we're on the penultimate chapter. If you compare the other Sky games' penultimate chapters to this game's penultimate chapter, think of this, right? First chapter, penultimate chapter for first chapter, that's a lot to say in one sentence. You, at least up until that point, you've got this whole mystery surrounding this black-clad group of people. You know, what's going on with the bandits? What's going on with the Mayor of Ruin? What's going on here? You know, like all these questions going on. And then in that penultimate chapter, you find out about the coup. It's like bam, bam, and then things just take off. Second chapter, you're fighting the enforcers in the. I think it's you're actually no. Yeah, you fought the enforcers and you're dealing with the stuff, and then you've got Olivia. Like that's like in second chapter, that penultimate chapter was like balls to the wall. Like it's slowed down, of course, but like you've got Olivia, you've got the enforcers, you've got all this shit going on. Like, it's like a big deal. Third, you're seeing a vision of Kevin and Reese's childhood home. You're seeing that. You're being introduced to their past, everything. All that we're doing now is we're investigating a blue pill. We're investigating a blue pill. That's what we're doing. We're investigating a blue pill, and this is the penultimate chapter. And the blue pills look like bloody Heisenberg's crystal methamphetamines. His crystal meth shit. Colouring agent was used. We suspect they're illegal drugs. Yep. Like, this game is so slow. So slow. Even in the later stages, it's just slow. Like, I'm sure these blue pills are what's going to lead to the finale. But I kind of feel like you wasted so much time in the 3rd chapter doing this bloody festival that you could have had, the tourists who are coming to Crossbow for the festival, they're all engaging in these blue pills. That's when you could have introduced it. And then connected it to the auction. So you go to the auction thinking the blue pills are going to be there, and instead you find Kia. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Why is there a little girl here? Maybe it's connected to the blue pills. Let's investigate. And in this chapter is investigating further into it, but actually leading somewhere. But it feels like so late that they've done this. This is the penultimate chapter. This is the penultimate chapter. The next chapter is the finale. The next chapter is the finale to this game. So this is the penultimate one. I mean, something will happen, but it feels like it's taken way too long to get to this point. Been taking these drugs. Yeah. At the moment we know that the miner is definitively taking these drugs, but I think it's safe to assume that Ravash, who turned up at Heyu holding machine guns in one hand, capable of doing so and firing off at the same time, also used the drugs. Maybe the wait is worthwhile. This OT right here, yeah. There's some good tracks in this game, not as many as Sky though, I don't think. Gold Steel, you could switch out party members mid-battle. Oh, thank fuck for that. That fucking pissed me off to no end. They pushed Randy out of my party and I couldn't switch him in. Thank fuck for that. That is a quality of life improvement. We'll leave it to you then. Do you think there are any possible side effects or toxicity? Don't spoil him all the quality of life stuff. I mean, like, it's not too big of a deal for me. Quality of life stuff isn't too big of a deal to me. I care more about, you know, actual story plot spoilers. I don't care if Sinbad tells me that, you know, I can tolerate a future Trails game more than I can this one. I found out about that literally minutes after the stream you raged at. Nice. Symbolic. It was meant to be. Yeah, just imagine if Garcia takes these drugs. Just imagine if Garcia takes one of these blue pills. He'd be bloody... He could take on anyone. Always talk of rumours. I was reminded of one I've heard recently. What kind of rumour? Remember, none of this ever officially confirmed or explained, but several years back there was an odd rumour that floated around the pharmaceutical industry. I was thinking the same. Do they have any side effects? Yeah. Talked about a certain religious cult that had created a new kind of drug. Please be connected to Ouroboros. Please give me something. A sect of radicals, something like that, Professor Gunter. It's not as simple as that, Ellie. Apparently they rejected the mere existence of Adius and worshipped devils instead. At least that's what I heard. Okay. By a second. Might not be Ouroboros then. This is the pill that... It is! Actually, you're probably right. This is actually Compound V from The Boys. It's... I don't want to say too much, because it might spoil The Boys if you want to watch The Boys. But Compound V is this drug in The Boys that... I'll just leave it at that. But let's just say it's familiar to this drug. I'm going to tell people And I hope you guys fucking listen to me. If you haven't watched The Boys, watch The fucking Boys. Gio said that he found that The Boys was fine. I was thinking, what? This is one of the most unique superhero shows in the last decade. They called it True Wisdom. Gnosis. So the rumor goes. Okay, so this is the title of the chapter. Something wisdom. Where they found a liquid. Okay, yeah. So compound V is basically the drug they take to make themselves better. What? He thinks part 4 is the worst JoJo part. That's my favourite part. What the fuck? Really? I mean, part 4 has its issues. Like, I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. But what? What? People put part 1 and part 2 on a bloody pedestal. I hate that. I hate, like, part 1 and 2 aren't terrible, but you can't compare it to any of the other stuff. People go, oh, I wish they'd done more with Hamon. I wish they'd done, like, Hamon is basically every other generic shonen power ability that ever existed. It's the same as Ki, it's the same as Nen, it's the same as fucking any other ability under the sun. Hamon is boring. It's the exact same as any other fucking power-up ability. I'm glad that Araki decided to go to stands. Stands are interesting. Stands do cool shit. Like, no stand is the same. Like, you have stands that, do creative things, right? I won't spoil any of the stands, because some people in there might not have seen that far into JoJo. But stands are better than Hamon. Better than Hamon. No discussion. If you think Hamon is better than stands, you have shit taste. You have shit taste and powers. Part 1 in my opinion is weak as fuck. I get that it's a sense of adventure, right? It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it is the weakest. Part 2 is better, definitely. Part 2 is definitely better. But I'd even say even part 2 isn't better than part 3, isn't better than part 4, isn't better than part 5. Those are much stronger seasons. Much stronger. And partly due to the fact that Hamon isn't really a thing. I mean, it is in part 3 a bit, I guess, but it's not actually the main go-to in terms of power. I said that my brother that I'm going to read Demon Slayer if we watch JoJo. Forgot about that. The sacrifices are due to raise him well. Yeah, don't read Demon Slayer. Don't read Demon Slayer. Don't read that shit, man. Just forget that you made the deal. Tanya, you make some very bad deals. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you put yourself in situations that I would never forfeit myself to some of the deals that you make. I would never, for example, Gio is watching Cuties of his own volition. I wouldn't even, put it as a bet. I even said that I would rather bet to play Fortnite again than watch Cuties. I fucking hate Fortnite. I hate every fiber and being of Fortnite. I hate that so much. But I would definitely do another 40-minute stream or however long again and watch that trash. That actually sickening trash. I would not sit there and witness bloody Cuties. That borderline pedophilia. Let's return to the city. Okay. Oh, hopefully if after this segment, I hope they open up side quests. If they do, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna do all the side quests off stream, and then I'm gonna finish chapter 4 on Friday. Alright, call me out. Did you watch Cuties? I know that Gio watched Cuties. Please, Tanya, please don't tell me you watch Cuties. Please. It's the exact same as... Who is it? Oh shit, too. What's going on? Man, I knew that Tio wasn't just a normal little girl. Come on. She's enhanced some way, or she's been made in a test tube or something. Or maybe she's connected to... Oh! I just had a thought. Maybe she's one of the abductees. And I'm thinking, I'm going out on a limb here. I'm just gonna consider this a sec. Kia, I'm thinking, might be a byproduct of all of these children that these people abducted. And Guy was escorting Tio away to, I don't know, I haven't quite got that bit yet, but I'm thinking that Guy was on the task force of people who were involved in dealing with the child abductors. Tanya, okay, thank God. I know a guy called Agent 47, don't make me send him after you. Agent 47. Bold, the only bold, like, he's a bold dude who has a bar on the back of his head that no one gets suspicious about. The fact that he looks like something you buy in a supermarket. What cuties he is. Yeah. Don't even look into it, man. Like, I know that you've seen, was it Boku no Pico because you lost a bet? Even I wouldn't even do that. I would not put that down as a bet. I would refuse. I think Boku no Pico would actually make me sick if I saw it. I think it would actually make me sick. I think I actually first started to look a little sick during our conversation with Professor Gunter, right? About the drug those devil worshippers, mate. Is she drugged up? Is that what happened? Is that what the abductees did? If that's the case. Yeah, it's like I've seen two girls, one cup. I've seen that. That was disgusting, to say the least. I saw that when I was, I want to say, either starting secondary school or end of primary. I think I saw that shit. Someone sat in the library and someone puts it up on their screen. Because they got it on USB or something. Just a colleague. Above all, you're an irreplaceable friend here. I mean, I put my past out in the open a little bit, but Tio, if you really don't want to tell us about it, then that's fine. We'll still be backing you out of everything we've got. Ellie Randy. That's how we all feel, Tio. If you ever want to tell us about the things you've kept hidden, and if doing so makes the burden easier to bear, I hope that we can help shoulder it for you. If even just for a little bit. Lloyd. Here we go. How can you say such things like that with a straight face? This is a typical anime trope. Someone gets upset by someone's word and then they goes, oh, you're a dummy. Although it must be rubbing off on the rest of the team. Yeah, laugh it out. No one ever dared to put those videos in front of me. I've seen Two Girls, One Cup. It is pretty disgusting. Yeah. I'm thinking it's connected to the blue pills, right? Yeah. I'm thinking it's possible that she's connected to the abductee cases in Calvard that, of course, came outside of Calvard that a group of people were working against. And we know that Tio was escorted by Guy. Like, Guy was the little girl that Guy was escorting was Tio. So, and they did mention that oh shit. They did mention that a bunch of police officers, bracers, and soldiers all worked together to stop this thing. Isn't that that's the main theme for Zero? Fucking greatness. Damn. The objective of the cult is still unknown, but one thing is clear. They were attempting to obtain something by rejecting the goddess and worshipping devils. I think that they saw me and the other captive. Yeah, see, I knew it. She was a captive. Nothing more. So it was a cult then. It was a cult that kidnapped. So not Heiyu then. I still feel like Heyu has to be connected to it somehow. They came from Calvard, which is where it originated from. It's no coincidence that a Calvardian mafia who deals with illegal shit anyway pops up in Crossbell. So some of the other kids' experiences something akin to that. You see, the cult was conducting multiple ceremonies at their lodges using a large variety of methods and techniques. Sounds like fucked up shit. Yeah. Offerings, not sacrifices, basically for no reason. It might be something to do with the pills, maybe. It's primarily human experimentation. Yeah, they were obviously trying to do something to combat Adios. They hate Adios. They want to believe in the devils, right? So they're experimenting on kids. It's possible maybe these drugs are connected to this cult, right? And they were experimenting on these people with, because she was getting weak when they mentioned the drug name. So obviously they maybe created the drugs, and maybe Heyu has shipped them in. Maybe, I don't know, and maybe it's backfired. I guess we'll see. Sensors were attached to our entire bodies and were pumped full of drugs. Yeah, they attempted to enhance our 5 senses using any method imaginable. They even tried enhancing our sensitivity to supernatural phenomena by applying psychological stress and hypnosis. Yeah. For 3 long years, that was my life, day in, day out. Shit, man. What is it with Trails and doing like heinous shit to kids, man? There's some dude who develops these games who just has a fucking hard-on for like making kids miserable. None of the children could withstand ceremonies except for me. One by one they began to disappear. And it was only when I was the last child left that I gained this power. My sensory receptivity became strong enough to hear the final cries of the others on the opposite side of that massive rock. Oh shit, man. What if at the very end of the series you side with Ouroboros against the devil cultists? Actually, Sinbad, I mentioned this earlier in the stream. If it could potentially be that the cultists, not to say that they were right, but if we're going off the theory that Adios is actually the Grand Master, just theory, I'm not saying definitive, but just imagine, right? Adios is the Grand Master. These cultists are defying Adios because they know Adios is a scumbag. Of course, they're doing shitty things, fucked up things. They're not going about it the right way. But maybe, just maybe, like I was thinking that the final Trails game would be like all the characters we've seen banding together, and all-out war in the holy city of Arteria. Imagine that. Imagine all the characters fucking... Because we know Arteria exists. And what ends up happening is the Septian Church gets split in 2. Similar to how the Roman Catholic Church has been split into sects, right? It used to be one primary religion that people believed in, but now it's kind of branches off. I can imagine people like Kevin going against the original Septian Church once he finds out Adios is like a scumbag, and it being like similar to how the Roman Catholic Church works. Legend of Heroes, no, Legend of Devil Worshippers. maybe that's gonna be the case. The resistance is strong, but the moment the lodge fell, most of the cultists committed suicide. Oh shit, here we go, Guy. Guy finally reached what was known as the ceremonial chamber. Yeah, he was part of the... I guess this. He was part of the team that was going against these cultists. And it was her. By the time Guy took me into his custody, I was debilitated beyond recognition. Because of that, I was hospitalized for several months in order to recover. What happened after that, I've already told Lloyd about. Yeah, she became part of the Epstein Foundation. Legend of Heroes Carnelia, yeah. I think it'd be interesting. Because it seems that Trail seems to follow suit of a lot of real world kind of imagery, like communism, kind of monarchy, similar to like, you know, stuff like Sweden and shit. You got the Calvard Republic, similar to similar to, I guess, America in a sense, and Eastern cultures like presidents and stuff. So it'd be interesting if they also touched upon that, like similar to how the Roman Catholic Church split apart, the Septian Church splits apart because of what they find out. We'll see. It's all theory crafting, I guess, but I guess that's part of the fun of this series. Is it's an overarching story, so you can kind of piece things together from these individual games that could be a piece of the puzzle. I wanted to ask Guy, a strong, impossibly optimistic person, how exactly should a broken person like me live? But in the end, I wasn't able to ask him, and I was recruited by the Epstein Foundation. Yeah, Guy died. I want to know how he died. How did he die? How did a man like Guy die? Like, he was he was definitely top tier character, man, in terms of, like, capabilities. Am I going to live with all of you? I still don't know the answer. How do I go about living? Just why? Why am I alive? Tio. Oh shit, here we go. Oh man. You don't have to worry about that. It's okay not to know the answers. We're all the same. Yep. No one knows the answers to why they're living. It's not uncommon. There aren't many people who know the answers to those questions, Tio. Me, Ellie, Randy, we're all lost the same as you. I definitely lost my way, that's for sure. Still, Tio, you're being way too serious about all this. What's the point in rushing to answer questions like those? But if you still can't help but wonder what the answers are, keep searching for them. Just remember, there's no need to rush. Exactly, no need to rush. Life ain't a race. You don't have to do it alone. Let's find these answers together. This is how people should be. This is how people should be, compassionate. They're too busy being self-absorbed in their own bubbles. Don't take a minute to try and understand other people. Don't reach out for help because they think it's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength being able to admit it, man. These questions. Fuck, man. Oh shit. She's crying, man. That's the first time we've seen Tio cry. It's too embarrassing. I need a life-sized Carnelia figure. You got any idea more? Ellie goat, yeah. I do like Ellie. These characters have grown on me quite a bit. I do think these characters do feel on par with the Sky Trilogy games. They're definitely worthy successors, this main cast. Agree with Ellie's last point. Embarrassment are past pains. Of course, our happiness and daily jokes too. Like, Lloyd is more capable of talking people out of a situation or convincing them of things. It's funny how he's the person who convinces Ren to move on. Like, convinces Ren to move on with her life. To move past her original family, right? Josh and Estelle couldn't do that. I don't think it exists. What a worthy successor to the Sky games. I just mean, like, I'm not saying that they're better, or that, you know, they're the same. I just think they're worthy successors. If you were to have a party of characters take, you know, the torch after the Sky cast, these guys definitely didn't disappoint, man. Like, as I said, the writing for this game is stronger than the Sky games. It's just too much writing is the problem. Lloyd also has a tendency not to get smacked around like a ragdoll. Looking at you, Estelle. Yeah. Estelle's of course grown to not be smacked around, but she definitely was in the first game smacked around. Lloyd isn't exactly the same. I mean, there have been moments, I guess, where they had to kind of not put the Triple S division, like, capable of doing everything. But they definitely... Oh man, that's too cute, man. Tio and Kia. Oh man. Just warms your heart. That name again. Gnosis. Gnosis. So it's like it's Geonosis. Geonosis. Please tell us what my brother was involved in 6 years ago. Okay, this is what I want. You can tell. You can spill the beans. Talk about Guy. This is where it's starting. It's starting now. Starting to build towards a climax. Come on, fucking give me the goods. Give me the fucking goods. The hype guy and I were the ones who... Fuck. This is it. This is what I waited for. I knew that Chief Sergei had to be... There was a reason Chief Sergei was put in this position. Like, I knew that Sergei had something. I thought maybe he was getting close to discovering things, but I guess he actually full-on knew about the drugs. Like, he knew about the drugs, he knew about the cult. And the issue is the CPD higher-ups are falling in line with the mafias, right? So they probably pushed Sergei into this little dingy house thing to work with a bunch of rookies. A bunch of, young rookies. So that he wouldn't be in the thick of it. But he didn't realise that that was their own undoing. Fucking Sergei-sama. Sergei-sama. He worked with Guy. There we go. Fucking great. This is what I wanted. I waited streams upon streams for something like this to happen. And it's finally fucking happening. I was Guy's superior officer. Back then I guess I stood out a bit more than I do now. One day I got 2 unconventional rookies assigned to serve under me. One of them being your brother, who was the other. Guy was impressive, a bit reckless too, but he was a damn great detective. Is the other detective Dudley? Was the other detective Dudley? It was Dudley. Oh no, okay. That guy went... okay, he went straight to First Division. I was thinking maybe it was Dudley. His name is Arios McLean. Arios McLean was a police officer. This is it. This is fucking it. This is what I wanted. Why did you wasted time with Chapter 3? You wasted time with Chapter 3. Bloody bollocks festival bullshit. You wasted your fucking... You should have gone into this stuff. Yo, sorry I was late. Woke up late. I'll be ending soon probably, Gio. But you've caught us at a good time. I raged early in the stream. I won't go into... I've already repeated myself 100 times. But now we've got to the meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes of a story now. My brother and Arius were both in the force together. Age-wise, Arius beats Guy in that category. Oh, Summer. Look at that fucking picture. Look at that picture, man. Look at that fucking picture. I wanted more of these. Look at that fucking picture. Look at these two dons, man. Guy Bannings, Arius McLean, Chief Sergei. Fucking look at that greatness. Arius already tied the knot and he had recently had a daughter. Trust me, he's always been the serious man he is. On the other hand, Guy was a wild card, always acting rash and optimistic fool. Given how different they were, that's probably why they started to get along in the first place. Oh man, his bromance. In a little less than 2 years after joining the force, these guys were heralded as the police's ace duo. Summer. Judging by Arius' skill, I can hardly doubt that. I was proud of those boys. After all, not many are blessed with a chance to raise such fine greenhorns like those two. He raised 2 fucking powerhouses. Chief Sergei greatness. Eventually, higher-ups decided to leave the joint investigation of an international case on our desk instead of the First Division. It was the cult. D-A-G. D therefore G, okay. What the hell does that mean? As in a mathematical equation using therefore. What exactly do the D and G stand for? We never solved the entire riddle, but we did uncover what the meaning of the G is. It stands for Gnosis, okay. The drug that unleashes demonic power Professor Gunter told us about. Ouroboros has to be connected. I refuse to believe Ouroboros isn't connected to this. Those zealots left behind a lot of mysteries, but I know one thing for sure. The amount of emotions Baker went through in the stream alone. Yeah, honestly, you would probably think I've got like bipolar or something, or I'm manic depressed. The amount of emotions I went through in this stream. I went from rage to trying to relax to being overjoyed to being excited. Like, you got the whole bloody list of human emotions during this stream. Dolce and Gabbana. Yeah. Hopefully today's Ocarina of Time stream will pan out. After dog sit my sister's 2 dogs today. I should be able to stream. I'll see if my sister's corgi guest appear. Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely. Like, no worries, Gio, if, like, during the stream you need to sort out your dogs. We'll stick around. Be there for G. They had more than 10 active lodges spread all across Samoria. They performed various rituals in each of them, summoning horrific devils taking advantage of artifacts for their gain, experimenting on those poor children. There was always one constant in their rituals, a mysterious drug called Gnosis. Here we go. This is what the game's taken like too long to get to. Oh! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this, Sama! Look at this! Cassius, Zin, bloody Arios, Guy, Sergei. Look at this! Look at this fucking team up. This is better than the Avengers. Fuck the Avengers. Fuck the Avengers. This, Cassius. Well, they did mention, right, earlier on in the game that the Kota operation that they were going against involved armies, bracers, and police forces. Look at this, man. How is this room not exploding? You've got bloody Zin's biceps taking up fucking half the screen there. You've got the Tashes, the fucking great Tash there. Fucking man. I'm popping a fucking excitement boner here. My dick's busting through my pants here. Fucking greatness. Under the command of a famous bracer, Cassius Bright. As for my small squad of 3, we're in charge of taking down a lodge located in the outskirts of Altair, located in western Calvad. Guy rescued Teo Plateau, who was 8 years old at the time. Teo was completely and utterly debilitated, but still in better shape than others. We couldn't save any of the other children, but compared to some of the monstrous rituals happening in the other lodges, I like to think they were shown a little mercy. Fucking hell, man. Why are people like this allowed to exist? It's human nature, man. Fucking humans just don't learn. They don't learn. We deserve to be taken off the face of the planet. But if we're not going to be taken off the face of the planet, people need to change. Fuck these people, man. Day-to-day criminals, yeah. Anyway, after that operation 6 years ago, the cult was completely wiped off the map. Boner, that's kind of suspect. Now, I'm just saying that. Excitement boner. My fucking excitement boner. All the cult zealots either committed suicide or suffered a mental breakdown and died. Hey, I'm allowed to, like, I should be given special permission, considering the people that were in that room, man. It ain't gay, but all I'm saying is, fucking adrenaline's pumping to all the right orifices, man. Well, you got what you asked for, but yeah, got what I fucking asked for. Too late. That's my issue. This took forever to actually build upon this. Gay bannings. Gay bannings. I'm afraid the nightmare of 6 years ago might have resurfaced in another form. Crossbows and mafias, yeah. But if this is the truth, we can't overlook this. Yeah. But what do we do? Oh shit, he's lighting his cigarette. They needed to put a cigarette in his character portrait. They needed to do what they did with Niall. Like, Niall used to have, like, that cigarette in his mouth that was, like, all mangled. The criminal who murdered your brother 3 years ago is still at large. I thought he'd been murdered. That's why he's back, and that's why he's probably trained to be a police officer, right? He would only investigate cases by himself, so there were no witnesses. One of our superpower intelligence agencies, Ravash, or maybe another crime syndicate. How some have tossed around the idea of a Jaeger Corps or terrorist cell being responsible, but there's always been another possible culprit in my mind. A cult, yeah. I'd say that possibility is even more likely now. In a sense, this is becoming a battle to avenge my fallen subordinate. Pardon my selfishness, but from now on, I'll be butting in too. Oh, Chief Sergei. Please put him in a party. Please tell me he's got like a fucking, like, huge sword. Censorship. No, it's weird. It's weird, right? I don't think it's censorship, because look, his Sprite's smoking. His Sprite's got a cigarette in his mouth. And it would make no sense if they'd suddenly just... Like, if they're so concerned about censorship, they're talking about child abductions and pumping him with drugs. In the Sky Games, they talked about child rape. Like, child rape. A child rape ring. I don't think censorship is their concern. I think it's just... They just... Yeah, I think maybe overlooked, or they just couldn't be bothered to do it. Maybe he doesn't have a cigarette in his mouth enough at the time to warrant it. But I think it'd have been cool, you know. Similar to Nile from the Sky Games. Purely an excuse to appease the top brass. He said that what Crossbow needs is the strength to overcome barriers. Oh, okay. So the reason for the Triple S division being formed wasn't actually to... I mean, part of it is to appease public opinion, right? But it's not its main reason. Where youth can continue to move forward despite failures, joining their strength into one. Don't you think that's what the police really needs, he asked. Guy banning someone. Quite the earnest brother, Lloyd. Yeah, Guy's a don. Is it simply coincidence that Tio ended up joining the Triple S? I imagine not. She probably wanted more than anything to be in a place where Guy's will lives, yeah, because she probably had a very deep connection with Guy. She wanted him to tell her how to live. See, I don't mind when things are long like this. I don't mind it when it's this. I just hate it when it's taking up my time with useless drivel. He saved her life, perhaps even more than that. Yeah, he definitely did. Saved her life and gave her the reason to live. Like, saved her life and gave her life meaning. It's likely, after all that talk about drugs being the cause of amnesia. Yeah. Possibly Kia might actually be an abductee, but she's had so many pills shoved in her that she's lost her memory. Pulling strings back at the Triple S. I'm sorry, Chief. I know you went out of your way to offer your help, but this is key to our success. Alright, fine. Listen, I won't be giving direct instruction like I have been. You can have all the advice you want. I'll even take care of comms for you. You're going to make your own decisions and solve this case with your own will. So you're up to the challenge? Yes, sir. Here we go. This is it. This is fucking it. I'm assuming this next day is going to be the final day for Chapter 4. I reckon we're going to find out something. I want to know how Ouroboros figures into this, though. They've got to. They've got to figure into it somehow. Next day, 8 AM. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this opens up quests. I can do the quest. I'll do the quests off stream, maybe. I have to go. Your worry is unwarranted, I assure you. If I need a rest, I would ask for it. Besides, I'm feeling much better than usual. But I was still surprised when Kia said she wanted to sleep next to you last night. My gut told me to do it. Ah, oh, bless her. Did you sleep good? Ah, oh, that's too fucking precious. Fucking precious, man. There's people out there who fetishize this shit, man. Keep this untainted. Tita and Agate are in love. Fuck off with that. Heinous shit, man. Some things can just be pure. Oh, man. She's our very own special pick-me-up. I want you to promise me this one thing, Tia. What are we talking about? If something like yesterday happens again, please tell us about it. Guys, I need a nap. TC, see you on Clone Wars. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap up soon. I'll probably wrap up in a second. My sword thirsts for those people. Yeah. Why on earth would you romanticize the relationship between Agate and Tita? So fucking disgusting, man. Yeah, TC time, yeah, TC. I'll be wrapping up soon, anyway. I think this is a good place to leave off. Count me, thanks to you. So you're planning to question some of the citizens suspected of drug use this morning, right? First Division's report if possible. We hope to take care of support requests as they come our way. Indeed, if we let this opportunity slip away, we might not have any time left to venture outside of the city. Stockbroker, yeah, the stockbroker and the errand boy and the miner. Oh, Arkansas. Should check him back with Ian too. The stockbroker is the same one from the First Division records. Yeah, they were talking about the stockbroker, I think, as a similar case. Doesn't look like anyone has any substantial information on him. Professor Gunter should be contacting us later with the drug composition results. That will be interesting. What the drugs are composed of. Lloyd, it's me, Bixum. Is this gonna be the miner guy? He seems to have disappeared again. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on? Of course, you see, Gantz woke up late into the night, but he kept fading in and out of consciousness, so we coaxed him into sleeping again. Just to be safe, I stayed with him overnight, hoping to report back to you in the morning. But when I awoke in the morning, Gantz was nowhere to be found. I mean, surely you should have just taken shifts. What do you think we should do, Lloyd? So if you don't mind, I want you to stay at the hotel. It's possible that Gantz might come back. The place from the beginning of the game is Cult's headquarters, probably, yeah. I'm thinking it might be under... Maybe it's under the doll factory, maybe. Like, there's still a mystery surrounding that place. It could be the doll factory, it could be just somewhere else. But I feel like that doll factory is like a big question mark. Ren went in there, so I tend to think that would be Ouroboros related. But I still don't know whether this cult is somehow connected to Ouroboros. And this is all theory anyway. I still don't know if it's Ouroboros in there or not. It just, I guess, makes some sense. But at the moment it's only a theory. Because she's talking about Professor and fixing Patamato and shit. Please give me quests. Okay. This is great. I'm gonna do... Oh shit, 3 monster extermination quests. See, what is this? You pump me with monster extermination quests at the end of the game. And I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna do all these off-stream so that tomorrow can just be bang on story. Just fucking story greatness. Continuing this plot. Because I've been going for what, like... over 3 hours, I want to say. Like 3.5 hours. Been a nice, decent stream. Tomorrow I will be doing New Vegas. We'll be returning to New Vegas. Be mowing on voice, hopefully. I haven't done one in ages now. It's been like 2 weeks since I've done a New Vegas stream. 3 hours and 40 minutes, nice. Yeah, so I'm going to end it there. I'm going to do the side quests off stream. Just because they're mostly monster extermination quests anyway. I also might do some of the high level chests, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll be doing New Vegas tomorrow. Clone Wars as well, yeah, Sinbad. Clone Wars, not tomorrow, today, sorry. 11 PM. The final arc before we're just season 7. It's so weird to think that, right? That we're on like one watch along away from the final season of Clone Wars. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, thank you, Sinbad, Giovanni, Immortal, Phil, Tanya, everyone for popping by. Yeah, Gio, we're on the final arc. Apparently it's a Yoda arc tonight, according to Phil. So he said it's 10 out of 10. So I'm looking forward to Yoda stuff, because I'm really starting to get pissed off at Yoda in Clone Wars. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for joining for the stream. I'll see you guys, if not at Clone Wars, I'll see you guys tomorrow for New Vegas at 11 PM then. Gio is hopefully streaming tonight as well. If you're around a lot later after Clone Wars, Gio will be streaming Ocarina of Time. Go follow him. If you want to link your channel, Gio, your Twitch channel, it's Full Metal Cowboy with a I guess like an underline kind of bit separating the two. Check him out. He's going to be streaming later tonight. Underscore. I was trying to think of the word, I couldn't think of it. But yeah, a Full Metal Cowboy with an underscore in the middle. Go check him out. He's going to be doing Ocarina of Time tonight, hopefully. Yeah, Full Metal Cowboy. So definitely go check him out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in Clone Wars tonight at Geo's stream later tonight, or for New Vegas tomorrow. But until then, teasy.